down regular radio. We gotta fucking just destroy it.
I want it like it was, where language was realistic and raw.
Destroy it.
Sexual content is realistic, and just fucking people reacting with people is realistic.
Sit the fuck back.
I'm being a trumpeter.
I got a catchy name. Shit Radio.
All right, we hit a low here.
We have contact. Oh my God, Jimmy's face is all over her pussy.
Whoa, look at how small my butthole is.
That's funny. This is Shit Radio.
And it fucking stinks. It stinks.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
How about that?
Jim Norton back in house.
Yes, for today.
Jim, we had an amazing show Friday.
I heard.
Good luck trying to compete with Friday's show, my friend.
It was a good one.
You better show your hiney hole or something, because
Gallagher.
some people saying one of the best shows we've done in years.
I heard Gallagher was very, very good.
Gallagher was insane.
He was a little upset. What? With us and Patrice.
Well, we hinted he might be a racist, and Patrice.
Out of nowhere, by the way.
Right, he didn't deserve
not
it.
A hint of any evidence of him being a racist.
He didn't deserve any of
Subtle
it.
accusations started coming in.
And then freaking Patrice is like, watermelon,
Yeah,
why is it that you smashed watermelon? And then I'm like, Gallagher, you want to be smashing eggplant? And then Anthony, made some kind of observation about fire hoses and his act. It was just
terrible.
He's looking at us completely insane.
Yeah.
He was out of his mind.
And he sure can babble.
Oh, yeah.
You give him a chance, and he'll just keep babbling. That's why you got to shut him up with accusations that have no merit.
I just want to know. I was trying to find out all weekend. I want to know if people went to his shows.
Yeah, I'd like to know if he actually sold tickets.
Where'd he work?
He had 3 different shows in the area.
Okay.
So.
Or was he the brokerage?
The reason it went down, Jim, because Patrice goes to Gallagher, you got to change your act, man. You're the same old Gallagher. You got to reinvent yourself. He's telling him to shave his mustache, shave his head. He wants him to go by his first name, Leo.
And Patrice would do nothing but call him Leo. And Gallagher wants to keep just Gallagher. He's a one-named guy, So he wants to keep that. And Patrice is like, look, Leo. He goes, I watch you. You say a lot of stuff. He goes, you say a lot of things that are pretty profound and, worldly, very Carlin-esque, a lot of your stuff. He goes, and then you goof it all up with some goofy hammer shit. He goes, you got to just knock that shit off, shave the mustache off, cut your goofy hair, and get out there. And Gallagher was like, I'm not going to do that and conform and do. It's like, no. And then he took it as an insult instead of.
Well,
how could he not?
Right. He's been smashing things for 30 years, and Patrice is like, that smashing act of yours.
But knowing Patrice, it's just that was just Patrice saying, look, here's what you got to do if you want to, be Gallagher in the new century. You can't do the same shit you were doing in 1980s Showtime specials.
Right.
But Gallagher didn't take it that way, and then I don't know how I think Opie just came out and said, Gallagher, are you a racist? Out of nowhere. And Gallagher, paused and just went, why?
Greatest answer to that question ever.
He didn't say no, yes, or anything. He just went, why? And then we all just went,
oh, shit.
And then it was nothing but Gallagher racist jokes the entire time left that he was here.
And I'm proud of my pal Anthony, because I think usually I'm the one that, I just said I think, I'm usually the one that takes it too far. We all saw that Gallagher was about to snap, and Anthony just kept fucking pushing
I would
and
not
pushing and
lay
pushing.
off on the racist jokes. Gallagher.
And what was the one that put him over the top? I forgot what it was, but it was one.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I don't even
can't
remember.
believe you went there. Oh, my
It
God.
was fun.
Yeah, I heard he got a little miffed.
It was a little miffed.
He'll be back.
Now, I was talking to Kenny on the way up in the elevator. Asking
Why
how,
would you do that to yourself?
I know, because he's in there. It's a small area. He's in there. I have to chat.
To him of the buttons.
Yeah, I'd rather, talk to the buttons. Pick up the emergency phone. Hello, how you doing this morning?
Yeah. Anyone out there?
Hello. But he said, yes, it was very cold in Texas, where Jimmy was.
Coldest day since the 30s, yeah.
Wow. And what the hell else? He said, oh, your plane trip with the noisy people behind you.
I almost had an air raid incident.
Do you just want to fucking choke
what happened?
someone?
We were just sitting in together, and there was two people behind us, and the woman was just loud, but not being mean loud. Just one of those people who kind of talked at this volume.
Oh,
and
my God.
the entire conversation was like this, and you could hear everything she was saying. And she had a haircut like Mo Howard. She wasn't retarded. She was just an ugly, skinny lady. And she would not shut the fuck up. And she woke me up. And the only reason I didn't say anything to her that was nasty is because you wouldn't if it was Suge Knight. So I'm like, I won't yell at little old ladies or whatever, because I'm like, you can't yell at a fucking chick because you wouldn't yell at Suge Knight, so don't be a pussy and yell at a
That's
lady.
how you
Yes.
go about your life?
Yeah, it is, because it's like, it doesn't
man,
take
I
a tough
take
guy
on-
to yell at a fucking
Then you
chick.
wouldn't yell at anybody.
Yeah,
No,
no. I take on all easy targets. Fuck
No,
that.
I know.
Easy targets. Great.
But we all do. We size up the competition, then you go, well, I think I could yell at this person because I think I can take him.
Shut up, you head.
All easy targets.
And I finally snapped and said, at this volume, "Hey Kenny, what time do we land?" And how did you respond? He didn't even play along. I'm like, "Hey Kenny, what time do we land?"
And then I scream back, "I don't know. I'm trying to be quiet and rest."
He didn't even go with it.
An asshole.
That's awesome.
Silence behind us.
Oh, really?
Oh, it worked. It worked like a hand with a glove slapping two faces.
Good.
Yeah, good for you, man. What's going on with air travel, though?
Oh, it's fucking annoying.
No, because there was another incident with the landing gear at, was that at Newark?
United Airlines, yeah, so
flight?
fucked
They
us up.
had to land on the right side of the plane or the right engine or what the heck.
Yeah, they had one gear didn't come down or something. Some shenanigans.
You notice, though?
They know how to deal with
There's more
those.
and more incidents, though.
It's like that. Well, you get the economy goes down, people make cuts, and then before you know it, the planes ain't working as good.
The guy that
they got to
oils-
lay a few mechanics off. The
Lube guy is now on the unemployment line, so now
hydraulic guy.
That's what I'm
now
saying, right?
Instead of 3 hydraulic guys, there's 2. And what happened?
I don't want to fly anytime soon. I think I'll start flying by the end of the year again.
That one landing gear not coming down gag. I mean, if a pilot can't handle that, get the fuck out of the cockpit.
Well, how does he
Apparently-
land? Wait, but what? Explain it further, and you know this stuff. So, what did he land on?
They
If
land
the right
on,
side didn't come down.
They land on the nose wheel and the right wheel.
Nose
and then
wheel, right? No,
you-
it was
you ho-
left wheel, right? Because wasn't the
Left
right side
wheel.
out? Not that it matters.
In that
I'm
one,
sorry.
it looks like the left gear isn't down. Well, whatever gear's down, you land on that and the nose wheel, and then you keep the wing up as long as possible. You just try your damnedest, and then it slowly comes down in the engine and scrapes along on the runway.
Nice.
And then the crews
Belly
come
up.
out. Woo, 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 woo.
And the foam and
All that fun stuff.
Why
The
is-
slides come out.
why is
Whee!
it a long way for the fire trucks to get to where the plane is on the runway?
They should wait at the end.
Right. Why don't they wait where this thing is going to come to rest?
Because I think they don't want to be part of the fiery cataclysm that's cartwheeling down the runway.
They
If
don't wanna
something
be-
goes amiss.
They don't want to be hit by the body parts
Yeah.
that are flying toward their fire trucks.
And it's always the same interview with the passengers. It's like, well, it seemed like a normal landing. We touched down, and then you do notice a very loud noise and a bang. And so, yeah, because there's no wheel there. But initially, it supposedly, thank God I haven't been on one. I don't want to be on a plane that does that. But initially, it just feels like you're landing.
And they say this is a passengers cheer pilot in Newark miracle. I don't know about the miracle.
Not quite a Sully in the Hudson.
Sully's was a miracle. It really was. This is like, come on.
It happens.
Have you been
It
seeing the
happens.
commercials for the Sully special there?
Another Sully special?
There's going to be a big special on, what is that, Discovery or some shit? Yeah.
What?
And they're going to show, they showed some really cool computer generated graphics of the whole thing, and then they're going to talk to Sully, talk to the passengers. They're going to take Sully up in a plane,
Right.
the same route, and he's going to describe exactly what happened. Kind of a
Oh, really?
enough with Sully.
For
right?
what?
Afraid of
And that's where, you see where that tree lining is there? That's about where my eyes were fixed when we first saw the geese.
pretty much it.
My partner said geese, and I heard a thwack of the goose hitting the engine.
I don't think you want something. What happened to Sully? I don't think you want that in your life, because now the rest of your life, that's all you talk about.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
You think Sully's answering any other questions except what happened that day?
Yeah. How was the last flight you did, Sully? Pretty routine. We took off, landed.
You think he's
Everything was
sick of
fine.
talking about it by now?
No, Sully seems to be the kind of guy that really basks in
Oh, really?
the spotlight of this. He seems like the kind of guy that wouldn't be.
Right.
Like he would just be like, whatever.
But wherever he goes, that's all people are asking. I give it another year, and he snaps. He completely snaps.
Cartwheeling plane in Nebraska, wherever the hell that was. That pilot lived.
Denny Fish was he wasn't the main pilot, but he was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fly. That was in Iowa, I think.
It was in
Iowa.
Iowa was
right,
the United DC-10.
Yeah.
In a
Cartwheel.
cornfield.
Yeah.
A lot of people lived through that one.
Half, yeah.
But that guy, John Testrake, when they took him hostage on the runway in, where was that? Beirut, I think it was. And, he's another hero. Where do these guys go? Sully's out there. Yeah, hey, look at me. I'm Sully.
He's at the Rose Bowl parade
Yeah.
or whatever. New Year's Eve,
There's
New
the
Year's
commercial
Day.
part. Sully visiting the plane.
Patting the plane.
There's the computer-generated flight and first-hand accounts.
For the passengers of flight 1549.
This guy goes, oh, my God, in 30 seconds, you're going to die.
1 year later. I guess you got to do the 1 year later
See
thing.
it from the pilot's perspective. There he is in the plane talking about what he saw.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You know what? I think we got to
dude,
see this.
I'll watch this in a second.
And then after that, all right, enough with Sully. Then we should flog him publicly and say, all right,
Flog Sully.
move on with your life,
Exactly.
stupid.
Can't we have our heroes, Opie?
Speaking of
Can't we?
flogging someone publicly, and it's in the same subject here, they found that dummy that went through the ropes to kiss his girlfriend. That guy should be flogged publicly.
Was he an Asian guy?
Asian guy who was, snuck under the ropes to walk his chick to her flight. Are you kidding me? Everyone knows you can't do that.
It's not 1973.
And because
you
of that,
can't go walking up to the gate with your pal anymore.
and because of that, we got some stupid guy with a guitar singing to Newark Airport for 6 straight hours.
Was there a guy entertaining everybody?
Oh, you haven't seen
Good.
that on YouTube
No.
yet? Oh.
Right.
No.
Wait till you see Beetle Guy. He's gonna be the guy, man.
Oh, shut it.
I'm gonna bring everyone together and
That guy-
get him through this long wait. You haven't seen this yet?
No.
I blame security, too. I mean, a lot more than I blame that stupid guy going to kiss his chick.
This is called Stuck in Newark
Yes, me
Airport
too.
with total strangers.
Oh, yeah?
You want to hit play?
Oh, sorry, I thought it was fine.
Ah, Danny.
Does a little sing along for everybody.
Here we go. 3, 4.
Jimmy walked away from the microphone. Come on, Jimmy. It's the spirit. It's the human spirit. Look at this.
You know what I want to hear?
Complete strangers. They're all just getting along.
Look, everyone's just having a little fun and C-Terminal.
This would be good if it was 9/11 or something, where there was some horrible reason they were stranded.
Yeah.
This was just an annoying inconvenience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some idiot. Look at him. They should arrest them.
Yeah.
Starting a...
He's the one that snuck in to sell CDs.
But they got the Asian guy. What kind of crime?
I would gather effing up with security, going in through the outdoor. Security screwed up, though. I mean, someone's supposed to be there, stationed at that in-out thing the whole time.
Why can't they just build walls?
Well, because people got to leave there.
Well, no, the wall where the rope would be. Where they take the rope down or whatever, that thing. What is that thing called where they stretch and
The thing.
you're online at the movie theater. What is it called?
The velvet rope.
It's not really. What is it? It's like a ribbon thing.
Yeah.
and you pull it, and then you have to
Oh, yeah.
get it back in.
Well, I think when
in
people
place.
are leaving, they open that up.
Oh, okay.
And that guy decided to duck under it.
They fucking found him, man, and there's a lot of people that want to get their hands
And he
on
was
him.
milling about, and security told him, hey, you're not allowed over here. Get out of here. Mm-hmm. And then he left for a second, and then security left. And then he ducked under the rope and walked his sweetie pie.
No, what a wimp. We've all been at an airport where we had to say goodbye to a loved one, and when you see him walk away, it's pretty sad. This fucking guy, though, couldn't take that and had to
You know
go
where I do it?
follow her.
At the curb. Right at the fucking curb.
Beat it,
I pull,
stupid.
you think I'm going to park my fucking car and take the time that it takes to walk back out and the luggage and everything? Here you go. All right, officer, I'm leaving in a second. I got to go. Go ahead. It's in there. The big planes are in there.
Remember the old days, though? You would walk him right to the gate and see him get on the plane, basically.
You'd be smoking a Lucky.
Right, you'd see him.
Hi, well, you take care. Let me make sure you have a good seat. You walk in the plane with the person, sit down, get a pillow. Let me help you with your
Right.
bag.
Thanks a lot, 9/11.
Yeah.
I remember seeing, like, people waving goodbye through the tiny little window.
Through the window.
Because they had a window seat and you were still at their gate.
And they're in the terminal by the glass waving, smoking up a storm.
Right.
Oh, it's great. Firearms. They didn't give a shit.
Unbelievable.
Guy's got one of those old school cartoon TNT bombs in his hand. They didn't give a shit.
I never mind saying goodbye because it's always at my front door as we see the cab pull out. You're nicer than me if you go to the airport. I'm not having that lonely fucking drive back.
That is true, too. I've done that.
I schedule a massage for when her flight is scheduled to take off.
I sorry, can't make it.
You ever have one where they go, well, I'm leaving now, and you can't even muster up enough strength to get out of bed?
Or off the couch or something. All right.
All right, man.
Take it easy. Is the cab here?
Call me when you get home, I guess.
Yeah.
They're leaving your place, and you can't even be bothered to get out of bed.
I am pretty bad, especially these days, because I'll just punch up like my front door, my front yard camera, and be like, cab's here. Like, I won't even stand by the door and wait, you know? It's like, oh, we'll stand by the door and just wait, hold each other until the cab gets here. I'm just playing online poker with the fucking front door cam up. Ah, there he is. All right.
you
Take it
later.
easy.
It was fun.
It was fun.
All right. Well, can we talk football?
Looks old.
My team and Jimmy's team have moved on.
Yes.
I fucking hate the Cowboys, Jimmy.
Why?
I just hate them.
You got more than the Eagles? The dirty Eagles?
Well, you know, I got a little interest in the Philly teams. A little. I'm not an Eagles fan by any means. But honestly, the guys I hang out with in Philly, they're not even Eagles fans. They got some weird Dolphin thing going on.
What? In Philly?
Dude, my in-laws are all into the Dolphins because, you know, Big Papa Ken there grew up in Connecticut, and the first team he got into was the Dolphins, and then he moves to Philly for his whole life, but he's still a Dolphins
still
fan.
doesn't make sense.
How about our good friend Joey Paisano? He's an Eagles fan, and he's a hardcore New Yorker.
Yeah, but Philly, New York, there are ties there that I won't speak about.
No.
Yeah.
But now when it comes to sports teams,
Yeah.
do you know anyone that is more New York than Joey Paisano? He could be in every film about New York because he's
I know.
that New York type of guy.
Yeah.
And he's a huge Eagles fan. Huge. It just happens for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
Yeah.
No, the Cowboys. What? First playoff win since 96?
They were great, though. They played really well, man. The defense was
Since
solid.
96.
How is that possible?
I
Because
know.
when they had that fact yesterday, or was that 2 days ago now, I guess? 2 days ago,
The
right?
Cowboys won on Saturday at 7 p.m.
Yeah, 2 days ago, they said first playoff win since 96. I'm like, that cannot be possible. 13 years?
Damn.
And Jerry Jones didn't have anyone killed?
It's amazing.
And stop showing Jerry Jones. Enough.
I agree.
You never
I
see
agree.
You never see any other owner as much as Jerry Jones during a football game.
I've had enough of Jerry Jones. Enough of his face, his ruddy face.
And he was hanging with Bush, right?
I thought that was Bush, yeah.
Yeah,
He
Bush
tried
was
to
all
shake
happy.
hands with him, and Bush just looked uncomfortable.
George W?
George W. was at the game.
At the game, finally got to see him.
And that fucking screen they got. Oh my.
It's just retarded, huh?
And just like Avatar, we had this conversation last week. How is it going to get better than the big fucking screen
The
that
giant
the Cowboys
screen.
have? How is it going to get better than that? How? No one's watching the game on the field because that screen is so amazing.
Virtual reality.
Right. That's the first.
know.
That's the first sports franchise where every seat is great. You could have the worst seat in the house. You don't care because you're in the stadium with that giant
Do
screen.
you
want to
watch
out.
the screen or you want to watch the game?
Dude, have you seen the screen for real? Not just pictures.
Not live.
Have you seen it in action? You have no desire to see what's on the field unless you're really close.
Oh my
you could
God,
care
that's
less.
Crazy.
You could care less what's going on in the
93,000
field.
people were there at that game.
Yeah,
Look at the size of that.
it's
That is crazy.
it is massive. Did the Cowboys look good? I didn't really take a look at
They
that
looked
game.
really good.
They look
Yeah,
really
I was
good, huh?
surprised because they beat Philly. They beat the shit out of Philly last week, and I'm like, that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
But they killed them again.
Who do they play next?
I think they go to Minnesota.
Do they?
I could be wrong, but I think
With
if they go
Brett
to Minnesota.
Favre?
Yeah, it's not an easy game.
What do you think about the Jets?
Well, the Jets. This fucking Rex Ryan is a cocky motherfucker. He's basically making plans for the big parade that happens after you win a Super Bowl.
Oh,
He's got a whole schedule that he handed out to the boys. He goes.
slow down.
He wants them to believe, Anthony.
Yeah, you
This
got to
Rex Ryan, he rules.
something.
He fucking rules. And the Jets have a really good defense. And, you know, having a good defensive team gets you far in the playoffs. That's for sure. People know that.
Yeah,
And they look pretty good. Sanchez looked good. Bengals didn't really show up. And Ocho Cinco, well, he stinkoed.
Ocho Stinko.
Did you see Ocho's truck? I showed you before
Yeah,
the
yeah.
show. That was his
Yeah.
birthday present to himself. Jimmy, you
That's-
see Ocho's truck? He had it custom built. I think it took 6 months or something like that.
It's a
and he gave it to
little,
himself for his birthday.
It's a little self-indulgent and
Of course it is.
like, look at me.
Yeah.
And it even says Ocho Cinco on the side.
On the side, nice. What is it? It's
All the
basically the.
It's a diesel tractor trailer looking Humvee kind of thing.
Jimmy, look
It's
at the
giant.
Ocho's new truck. How do you not give this video 5 stars? What, you're going to see better than
It's
Ocho
stupid.
Ocho Cinco's truck?
Ocho Cinco's truck is stupid.
You would.
Brown Stadium today. This is his birthday present to himself.
He said it took him 6 months to build that thing.
It's like a little
Chad
tractor
arriving
trailer.
at Paul Brown Stadium earlier today in his brand new birthday present.
You know what? I actually like that. I thought it was going to be some obnoxious thing with his name. His name is small, like, like on the side where it says Peterbilt or whatever.
Peterbilt, yeah.
It just says
Ocho
Ocho.
Cinco.
It's not obnoxious. It's a big black cab with a sleeper.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's a fucking cool truck, man.
Anthony, how many miles per gallon you think that thing gets?
Yeah.
For real.
Not
That's
too
what I
many.
need to know. What does your Escalade get?
Not a lot.
About?
Highway,
Yeah.
probably 12.
So this thing's got to get about 5 or 6
Yeah.
tops. Tops. Well, he had a horrendous game, so the Jets move on. We play the Chargers because the stupid Patriots lost.
Yeah, the Pats.
Pats
lost,
win. I think
huh?
we were going to play the Colts. Chargers are tough though. Tough. Patriots didn't look good at all yesterday.
And they had a big, goodbye to Giant Stadium thing, and there is a chance that the Jets can be playing back in there one more time.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't know that.
I think if they beat
if the Jets and the Ravens both win.
Yeah, the Jets and
okay.
the Ravens both wins.
Because the Ravens are the only team seated lower than the Jets. So
Right.
the Jets would be the home team.
Then
No
they'd be the home
kidding.
team, and
How
one
great would
more
that
game
be?
at the stadium.
How great would that be?
Yeah.
And then the second game yesterday. Please tell me you guys saw some of it. They scored almost 100 points. What was the final score?
What?
51 to what was the final score? 51.
51-45.
45. Cardinals beat the Packers. Did you see this game?
9.
They were pretty much scoring on every possession. 51-45.
Was that the over or under? Did it do well?
Jeez.
51-45 in overtime. Highest scoring playoff game ever. It was unbelievable.
It's always a new record.
Yeah.
No matter what.
It was
Tired of new records.
it was just an unbelievable shootout yesterday.
What'd they do? Play for like 3 weeks or something?
Oh, no. Oh, I forgot. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That reminds me.
And the game was over on a dumb play, a fumble. And,
Oops.
yeah, Cardinals picked it up and ran it in nice and easy. And,
Oh,
and that was
not
that.
over yet.
Was there a big lead at one point? 45-45
Yeah, it was a great comeback. What was that?
The Cardinals were up like 33-10 or something.
Yeah.
The game was over.
It really was.
Crazy.
And then the Packers just marched back. This Rodgers is a pretty good quarterback, huh?
the worst when you come back hard and then lose. That sucks, man.
So,
You should have played like that from the start.
how do you do that?
Yeah.
Like when they come back, it's like, well, what did you do? All of a sudden, pour it on. That's what I hate when like a team is down and they got to come back and right in the last 2 minutes they're playing like amazing, but they come up short. Play like that for the 8 minutes.
Fucking Kurt Warner. Jesus Christ, this Kurt Warner. My God. But the Pack, they got this quarterback. This Rodgers is all right. See, look, little fumble action.
Look at the goddamn camera angles and the clarity, and it's just astounding to watch a game at home now. I don't know, just to be at the game is one thing, but you sure as shit are not going to the game to watch a better version of it than you can see on television.
If you go to the Cowboys game,
Well, yeah.
because they got that big screen where you could check out all the replays and stuff.
But I mean,
You are right, though. I mean,
The
most
field
sporting
cam-
events, it's way better to stay home and watch.
you got that camera on the cable that just follows the guys on the like you're running away from the guys. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they got to figure it out. They just got to get rid of some of those dumb announcers, though, man.
I could not even tell you who's doing announcing for who or anything.
Well, there's one. You got to get rid of Bob Costas.
Yeah, well, you're
In
not
general-
a big Costas fan.
Well, I mean, because it's simple. I'll say it again. He just tries to make moments. It's like you don't have to make moments. Just let them happen.
Like Sterling.
He's so excited to be there, and I'll tell you why. Because back in 1931, blah, 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 blah. All right, it's just cool. Shut the fuck up and show the pictures. You know?
Yeah.
You don't have to force that shit.
It speaks for itself.
And another one I can't stand, and this is a little strange, because my girl goes, Keith Olbermann is calling sports. That's where the age difference is.
yeah.
I go, well, Keith Olbermann used to be on ESPN with Dan Patrick, and that's when I actually loved Keith Olbermann, and a lot of people would say that. And now with that MSNBC show of his, he's such a douche.
Yeah.
And then now they move him back to sports. I can't fucking watch him anymore.
Is he doing
And I
that-
used to love the guy when he was doing sports.
Is he doing both now? MSNBC?
Yeah, he does. What is it called? Sunday Night fucking football or whatever. No. What is it called? Something America. What is it, Travis? Help me out.
It's Football Night in America.
Football Night in America, right? On Sunday, so they show all the highlights of the games. But it's Keith Olbermann, not the old guy, that was doing ESPN. Ugh. And I should probably agree with Keith more than I do Hannity, but I think Olbermann's I hate him. Fucking hate him. I hate KO. Fucking KO. How was your weekend?
Pretty good. Pretty mellow.
You didn't watch
do
the
any-
football games?
No, I watch a lot of movies and documentaries and shit. I barely watch football. I'm like one of those, hey, who's in the Super Bowl? I'll go over a party or have a party. But as far as weekends go, football, I'm not going to sit there and commit that much time.
But these games
to a
are
football
great.
game.
The playoff games are
I know.
amazing.
I know.
You could get into any one of these games.
I catch the clips. I catch the highlights. But for the most part, it's, hey, what's going on? I crack open a bottle of wine and just sit there and crank the fire up.
Nice.
Because it was real cold. The weekend was fucking freezing. So I didn't want to go out anywhere. Just did that.
What was your best movie that you watched this weekend?
Oh, shit. No, I was watching a bunch of movies I'd seen before.
Why?
Like, that's because I kind of do that every so often.
But the element of surprise is gone.
Yeah, I know. I just do it so I can incorporate, new sounds into the show. It's constant research on the program.
Yeah, sure it is.
Is why I'm doing that. No, I watch a fuckload of those forensic files, and this person was missing.
No, but what movie?
I don't even remember what the hell I threw in. Oh, I watch Harry Potter.
The new one?
No, the one before the new one. I think I'm catching up. Well, what do you think? Jesus Christ. Give me a break. I know.
That is such a tell. I'm like, Anthony wouldn't just throw in a Harry Potter movie.
I wouldn't.
Because I've talked about Harry Potter on the show and try to defend that it's actually cooler and darker than most people think.
Oh,
and
believe
you're
me.
usually like, oh, shut up. It's a dumb kids movie.
Oh, it's better than watching Degrassi. I don't watch that.
What's that?
Oh, some kid show.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm a fan of iCarly and Wizards of Waverly.
Oh, Christ. Oh, no, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Oh, my God. That's terrible.
You haven't seen Wizards of Waverly yet?
No.
You haven't lived, my friend. That's Selena Gomez.
I
Way better than Miley Cyrus.
haven't watched that one yet. I've seen her.
You've seen Selena,
Very
right?
hot. I like watching these shows where someone's missing, someone's murdered, and then they go through the parade of the usual suspects, right? Mm-hmm. And you don't know who did it. Now, they've come upon a gimmick that is fan-fucking-tastic, and not many people have caught on to this, but it's great. Because they used to blow it right from the get-go. Mm-hmm. Like, all right, wife is murdered, kid's murdered, the husband's grieving. They showed the news footage of him on the stoop. Blah, 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 blah.
I take husband every time in that
Then
case.
everyone goes, guilty, guilty, guilty. Husband.
Husband every time.
Then they show the news person talking to the husband in his prison jumper and you know, with a guard behind him and some bars. And you go, all right, he did it. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how he did it, why, and everything. But now I know he did it.
Right. Why would you do that?
But they used to do it that way. Now they don't do it like that anymore.
Okay, good.
Now they give the motherfucker some kind of business suit dickie, and they put a back drop on it and blur the backdrop so it almost looks like books and a lamp and a couch.
What?
And then
Wait,
they're
hold
sitting
on a
there
minute. Hold on.
interviewing the guy from prison.
They are.
Yes, but you don't know it.
So they make it look like
Like he's sitting in his living room.
How did they get away with that one?
I don't know, but it's great.
That's awesome.
Because then at the end, you're like, that's the motherfucker that did it. And then they show him.
But can you tell?
I can tell now. I go,
that sucks.
he's so guilty. He's
But the
in
average
prison.
person can't?
No.
I bet you.
No.
Oh,
I
that's
can just
classic.
tell. Right now, the show starts, and within 8 minutes in, I go, that motherfucker did it.
That's awesome. Yeah,
But it's good. They have really. I've been tricked a few times though, where they got the guy and he's in the suit. It's like that can't be prison.
Wife murdered, kids murdered, husband every time. I mean, every time.
And this was this one. One of them I watched was hysterical. It's this guy left a bunch of messages. He went to work. Apparently, he killed his wife and his kid, and then goes to work.
How do you?
I don't know. I watch these and go, how do you function at work thinking, I killed my wife and kid?
Her lifeless eyes are just laying in the dining room at your house.
Fucking hazed over, white, wrapped up in a tarp in your trunk.
Jesus.
And then he's leaving all these messages like, hi, honey, I'm at work. How are you? Hope everything's fine. Hi, hon. Just wondering where you are. Hope you're not, murdered or anything. He left like 4 messages when he never leaves a message. And then his 911 call was like, oh my God, my wife! My wife! Sir, where are you calling from? My house, and my wife is missing, and oh, there's blood! I think it was Louis Beans. His acting's horrific.
How bad were his messages?
Oh, they were so bad.
It wasn't just one, hey, call me when you get this. It was...
No, and it's like, wonder where you are. Hope you, and whatever the kid's name is, hope you guys are having fun.
What a rookie.
It was so obvious
What a
that
rookie.
he never leaves these messages.
This is what you should do. One phone call from work, and then when you go home, you fucking punch yourself in the balls so hard and then call 911.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, you got to get some emotion going. you fucking just give yourself a nut shot, and at that moment, pick up the phone, and you'll
So
sound
you're tearing up?
You'll sound sincere.
Dude, these cops are fucking amazing. They sit these guys down and start talking, and then the cop will be like, right when I started talking to him, I noticed by his body language, and and they say, I know a lot of people take grief and loss in different ways, but when they show no emotion and they're talking about things that really don't even make sense as far as the murder goes, they're not freaking out asking who did this and what. Like, they just know from years of experience that you motherfucker, you're guilty.
They also said if you throw a guy in a cell, the guilty guy usually falls asleep. They said the guy who's not guilty won't fall asleep because he's your wife's dead and you're in jail for it. You didn't do it.
Yeah.
So you're freaking and screaming and
Guys, it's like, I'm gonna snooze, gonna take a little nap.
Yeah, let me know what happens with my murdered wife. Who I had nothing to do with.
Sleep like a baby. Because you're kind of tired because you spent the whole night hacking her body into many different pieces. Many little pieces, I should say.
Love those shows, though. Can't get enough of them.
You can't get away with it.
Have you seen all of them?
You know something? There's so many of them and so many different ones. I haven't seen them all. And now new seasons are starting up of the first 48 and Forensic Files. And then they got that other one where Paula Zahn is doing one where she interviews the people. Those are the people in like the suits and ties.
Huh.
Like, guilty.
You got me into it. I'm starting to take a peek at the first
fantastic.
48 hours. Let's say hi to Bill in Boston. Bill.
Hey,
Opie,
Bill. Opie, thanks for the little chat room yesterday morning.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
I was Mechanic Bill. We were talking about Neil Young.
Oh, cool. Yeah, nothing wrong with Neil Young.
There's no memory of you.
Are you a Patriots fan?
No, I don't give a shit. Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate it.
It's all right, but I don't expect Opie to go. Oh, my God, you? That was amazing, that chat.
I remember he was talking about Neil Young a little.
You thought he was talking about somebody else. You thought it was something else young.
All right, you're
Crosby,
ruin it.
Stills, Young, and fucking Neil.
You're going to ruin it.
I just want to let you guys know that Ocho Cinco's truck, Opie, you were perfectly right, 5 to 6 miles per gallon.
Yeah, he can afford it, though.
Yeah.
How much attention does he need,
He can
though?
afford it. He's loaded.
He's great on Twitter, though, Ocho. He's hilarious.
Yeah, you following Ocho?
A little bit. A little bit. He does crazy stuff with his fucking fans. So, all right. Why don't we take our first break, Ant?
All right. I you know what will be the highlight of the day for me?
What?
Brand new birthday clip from the news.
Oh yeah, where is that?
Oh my God.
Huh? Oh, we're gonna play it off the computer today?
Yeah, that's probably.
All right. Why don't we play right after break?
But let's do that because
we'll get right into it after the break.
Yeah. It's so.
Is it a good one?
Goddamn funny. Yeah.
Is it the best one yet?
No, they're so hard to judge because they're all different and lovable in their own way.
Okay.
But this one features somebody very popular on the program.
You?
No. I haven't been featured.
Why haven't you been featured?
I don't know. I don't have a real, a go-to character.
You could say that again.
Jesus. And we're going to have an exclusive about the Jay Leno thing. Jimmy's going to tell all after the break. Stay there. Opie and Anthony. What's up, everybody? Everybody. We got to do the birthday announcement right away.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Same station?
No.
A new
Brand new
station?
one. And this is it seems to be only for children, right?
Yeah, it did look that way watching the entire video.
It's Breakfast Birthdays brought to you by Midway Family Fun Park. So what they do is they just have little kids' birthdays.
Okay.
So sometimes, the age might seem a little funny.
Yeah.
But believe me, it fits.
All right.
It's funny.
One to add to the collection. Hit it.
Today, sharing the day with you, with Tony, with Elvis, all the big hitters celebrating today.
Yes. Here's Christian. 9th birthday for Christian. Lots of love from Mommy, Daddy, Luca, and all your friends at Pope John the 23rd School. I think it's 23rd. Did I do right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Have a fantastic day and exciting birthday party.
I know because our producer Kent Manning told me this morning.
Oh, did he?
I was like, what is that?
Okay, good.
Happy 4th birthday wishes going out to Riley. Happy birthday to you, Riley. Love from Mommy, Daddy, Big Sister Sky, and little brother Tanner.
Isabella La Jeunesse is turning 6 years old today. Isn't she pretty? Lots of love from Mommy, Daddy, Danica, and her puppy Jessie.
Happy belated 1st birthday wishes going out to Alexia Christina Parisi. We all love you so much from the entire entourage of family and friends and, of course, Mom and Dad.
It's 12th birthday today for Teddy Sheckler. Teddy, happy birthday to you from your Uncle Paul and Marmalade.
It's Marmalade.
Yeah, apparently. That's what it says here. Steve C and all your friends down at the Emporium.
Happy second birthday wishes going out to Miss
Teddy Sheckler.
Little Teddy Sheckler.
And the kid had a WOW shirt under the fucking jacket. Little Teddy Sheckler.
Little Teddy Sheckler. Man, Marmalade. And all your friends down at the Emporium.
Great.
Teddy Sheckler. That's fucking classic.
That looks like he's 31 doing that fucking picture.
Yeah, let's hear that one again.
Little Teddy Sheckler.
Teddy Sheckler.
Yeah, good old Teddy Sheckler.
Happy birthday, Teddy.
Jesus, that's awesome.
and, of course, Mom and Dad.
It's 12th birthday today for Teddy Sheckler. Teddy, happy birthday to you from your Uncle Paul and Marmalade.
It's Marmalade.
Yeah, apparently. That's what it says here. Steve C and all your friends down at the Emporium.
Aunt Marmalade.
Happy second birthday wishes.
Marmalade. Oh, that is so fucking good, man.
It sounds like a fan of the show or something.
Yeah. Jesus, Jimmy.
Fucking
How did they
classic,
get
man.
Aunt Marmalade through?
Aunt Marmalade. He goes, well, that's what it says.
All right, well, just read anything here. Very good.
God, that's a good one. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Absolutely.
I can't get enough of those. I don't know why I find them so
I know, they're
funny.
so silly.
They're great.
So, Jimmy, what's going on with Leno? I'm sure you've heard
haven't heard
that a lot
anything.
in the last few days.
I'm more concerned with what's going on with Jimmy, with Leno.
Well, I think you did really well for Leno, and I think you'll continue when he goes back to doing the Tonight Show.
I hope it's an hour he gets back, and I hope he gets the Tonight Show back.
Conan's so done.
He might be, yeah.
Conan O'Brien is so done. They're just trying to be nice guys at NBC and go, look, we want everybody. They're hoping Conan walks, and then they don't have to pay him his salary. If he doesn't walk, then they'll probably boot him and just pay him off.
It seems like Jay...
You can't give Jay Leno a half-hour show.
He's got to be happy about it. I don't think he ever wanted to do 10 o'clock. And look, they sold NBC, got bought by Comcast, and a new guy came in, and I think he saw what it was and said, what are you doing? You're going to ruin both. Because Leno was making the money. It wasn't a financial mistake.
No.
But he wasn't getting the ratings that the affiliates wanted, and they were bitching. I mean, I'm just telling you what's in the paper. It's obvious.
Yeah.
So here's the problem I had. People who didn't like the show, that's all right, fine, you didn't like the show. He's a guy who was thrown with a brand new format at 10 o'clock, and he had to change everything he was doing, or a lot of what he was doing. And people were murdering him. He's a failure. It was terrible. None of these fucking critics, none of them are going after Conan. And I'm not even saying that Conan shouldn't be given time. Because if you gave Conan, it took Leno 3 years for The Tonight Show. If you gave Conan a year, 2 years, maybe or maybe he wouldn't. It's still too short to tell.
I have to jump in. I don't think you could give Conan that much time, knowing that Jay Leno was very successful and still number one in that time slot.
I agree.
So, I mean, you yanked the number one guy to bring in Conan thinking he's going to be the future of your network. He's got to get the job done immediately. And while you were gone last week, Ed and I were talking about this, and we both had this observation that Conan O'Brien pretty much fell off the face of the map.
Yeah,
with his show being moved up an hour.
You don't hear anything
no one's
about
talking
him.
about Conan O'Brien. They were talking about him when he was on later.
Yep.
But no one's talking about this new show of his.
What he did was, because again, people made their decision on Conan already. It wasn't like he was a new guy. People knew Conan. They either liked him or didn't, same as Leno Letterman. So he comes down, he probably brings his audience with him, and then Dave is beating him by 2 million people. And again, I'm not even shitting on Conan. I'm really not. It's just, I don't like the fucking fact that the critics, none of them were talking about that.
Yeah.
None of them. And he didn't have to change anything. He stepped into a number one spot, and you're going to lose people. It's just the way it is.
Of course.
But they're not attacking him at all. And people who I've talked to who are real fans of the show said the show did change when he moved to a certain degree. So it's, where are they? Where are these fucking little faggot bloggers and critics attacking Conan with the same venom and the same purpose that they were attacking Leno for?
Yeah, he's right.
That's the only thing that bugs me. Again, people who thought Leno's show wasn't good, or again, that's just you don't like it, fine.
Sure.
It's that the lack of balance makes me fucking crazy. Makes me crazy. So he's going back to 11:30.
Rumor is Conan's got offers from Fox.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. He has to.
Yeah.
Who knows though? I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't.
Well, NBC, they want to look like good guys, so they're just going to wait it out.
Yeah.
And hope that Conan goes to Fox, I think. But then they got to compete against Conan, so it's a weird little puzzle they got to figure
care
out.
about competing against Conan. He's not
Yeah.
hasn't proven that he can do anything.
It makes Conan less of a marketable commodity at 11:30 because he had a tough time against Dave, who, again, it's Letterman. And Letterman, in fairness, did have all that stuff with the cheating. It's like he had a lot of stuff happen.
Perfect timing.
But Leno was
Perfect timing for the cheating.
Perfect.
If you're going to get caught for cheating, you might as well have it work out in your favor.
when the other network is shaking stuff up.
Right.
But I think that Conan would have a very tough time against Leno. I think what should happen, and this won't happen, is Conan should just go back to where he was. Leno should go back to where he was, and they should have a joint press conference where they say, it wasn't broke. We tried to fix it. And again, this way, everybody is okay, and they stay. Leno goes, hey, I moved, it didn't work out. Conan goes, I moved, it didn't work out. They can both stand there and kind of fucking take the beating with the network, as opposed to Conan looking worse because he fucked up the Tonight Show, or Leno looking shitty because he blew it. It's like, it's all this shit. I would love to see them both just go, it happened, and the network going, it's our responsibility. We should have left these guys who were both kicking ass where they were. And then everybody goes back and is happy.
Wow,
Leave it alone.
that's going to be rough.
It's not going to happen, but
That's
I
going
mean,
to be rough for Conan to swallow that pill.
that's hard for Leno too, I'm sure. Leno had to swallow the pill when he went to 10 o'clock. He had to swallow the pill being booted as number one. He hadn't lost anything.
Yeah, like why?
We can learn from this Leno.
Dude,
We can learn
Absolutely.
from this Leno. Because if that move was done to you and I while we're on top, we'd be motherfucking everybody. Then we'd be on the
Oh, I
unemployment
know.
line.
Yeah.
Leno just kept his mouth shut, was a company guy, did what they wanted from him, and
Rolls
look,
with the
look, they
punches.
move him right back into his slot.
But
Rolls at the punch.
when he makes a remark,
I don't
though,
know. I would love to roll with the punches. I don't know how you do that.
because
though.
when he makes a comment, it counts. Like what he did was, and I said this to him. I'm like, dude, I said you're so smart in interviews. You never give them anything like that they can just run with. And he was like, you just kind of you take it, and he's just very kind of like, he's very ambiguous about stuff. And he's like, it's like, 'cause they try to get you to say stuff. He's like, when they said I wanted to go back to 11:30, he's like, the guy asked me like 3 times in different ways, do you want to go back to 11:30? I'm like, yeah, I'll just do what they want me to do. What if they wanted you to go back to 11:30? Well, I'll do what they want me to do. Oh, boom, let us go back to 11:30. It's like they try to ask you a certain way to get the response they want. And he's really smart with that stuff. He doesn't mouth off.
Well, there's 3 great quotes in the paper today about the situation. This is what Jay Leno had to say. To be fair, NBC is working on a solution. They say in which all parties will be screwed equally. That's certain NBC touch.
Yep.
It's Leno just having fun with it. Conan writes or said, NBC has come up with an exciting new idea. They want me to follow Jay Leno. And then Fallon actually had the best one of all 3. It will be interesting to see how Jay and Conan do against Dave and how we do against the perfect push-up infomercial.
That's funny.
Fucking Fallon.
That's
What
good.
happens to Fallon? His
He
show
goes
has
to
a nice little buzz.
1:05 a.m. is what they were saying.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's odd to me that they would.
I think Fallon has a buzz, don't you think? I don't know what the
More
ratings
so
are
than
saying.
Conan.
Yeah.
Why do you give Conan and Fallon an hour, though, and give Jay a half hour? It doesn't make sense.
They're not giving Jay a half hour.
Doesn't make sense.
They can't.
They're not. Mark my word, I don't know shit. Jay Leno is not doing a half hour. This is all about negotiating and just kind of hanging in there. There's contracts involved and all that.
That's like you just get up to speed after a half hour.
Well, Leno's monologue alone is what? The
Yeah.
first segment on these shows is about 12 minutes long, it seems, right?
I think he does the
That's half
longest
the show.
monologue, yeah.
Yeah. It's a long monologue, and then he's got like some kind of other goofy thing, and then when the show's over, that's it.
And then there's no guests.
Yeah.
Wouldn't make
Silly.
And you got to have time for Jimmy.
I hope so.
course.
I know I'm scheduled for tomorrow night, and I'm doing my the next uninvited guest is actually the 11th,
You'll be on Leno tomorrow night?
Yeah.
That's a nice spot because everybody's taking a peek now.
and I'll be watching the 11th.
People
too,
that
I hope.
haven't been taking a peek are now taking a peek no
Yeah, now
matter
they'll
what.
look. Now they'll look.
You'll be part of the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. You proved yourself.
If
Jimmy.
I don't know what his format will be. They've always had correspondence and comedy bits too, so it's not like I hope he goes back to what he loved doing, which was the big monologue, some bits up front, guest, music.
Right. Well, he's got to stick with that formula.
I love that formula. It worked.
Yeah.
It fucking worked. And there's less room for comedy correspondence there, but there's still enough room where they did have guys going out and doing bits. And it wasn't like they didn't
I
have
think
it.
you got a spot with Jay.
I don't know.
I really believe that,
I
Jimmy.
hope so.
I think you proved yourself. Well, speaking of Jay Leno, this is his monologue from the 8th. What day are we up to? So this was Friday's monologue when it was all going down.
Now here's some frightening news. Kev, this will interest you.
Okay, what's up?
The Worldwide Fund for Nature came out with its list of 10 species most likely to be extinct in the near future. You know what number one was?
What's that?
Us. Yes, us. I guess, sure you heard these rumors that NBC is talking about canceling our show. You know what that means? You know what that means? I didn't sleep with any of my staff for nothing. You know, if they did cancel us, it would be an easy move for me because I still haven't unpacked from the last show they canceled us. So everything's still back there, so it's fine. No problem. But to be fair, NBC is working on a solution, they say, in which all parties will be screwed equally. So I think it's that certain NBC touch. I am proud to say the post office coming out with the Jay Leno stamp.
Really?
Yeah. It gets canceled after 4 months. But you want to get the stamp.
Right after it.
Yeah. And then Conan from Friday. Let's see how he handled it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for that. We got a great show for you tonight. I have no idea what time.
You can hear it in his voice.
But that's a funny. I can see where he's going with it. That's very funny.
Voice.
Yeah.
You can hear it in his voice. He's defeated. Poor Conan.
No idea what time it will air, but it's going to be a great show. Let me promise you that. But no, don't set your... We're going to screw up a lot of DVRs with this. I'm sure you've all heard the rumors, ladies and gentlemen. NBC has finally come up with an exciting new idea. They want me to follow Jay Leno. Yeah. Wow! They thought of this. Wow! I gotta sit down. Yeah. I've been working on this. You gonna be all right?
Oh, they got to rewrite the history books on that one.
No, I had a really weird day. When I got to work this morning, there was a 1923 Duesenberg parked in my spot. Yeah. He's calling me later. He'll call. With no Duesenberg in 23. They didn't start till 23. He does that on the phone. I do have to let you know that, ladies and gentlemen, I've been advised until this whole thing is sorted out, NBC lawyers have asked me to refer to this program as the Sometime at Night show with some white guy. So, yeah, enjoy. And thank you.
It's funny.
He's doing it through.
Yeah, it's funny.
He's doing it through clenched teeth, though.
Yeah.
He's getting the jokes out, getting big laughs. And then, what the hell? On Friday, Craig Ferguson from CBS, who has nothing to do with this, had a lot of fun with the whole Leno rumor.
This is the latest I've heard. I don't know if this is true, but this is the rumor I've heard. This is the one that's going around the late night circles. Jay moves to 11:30, and he does a half-hour show between 11:30 and 12. Then Conan does 12 till 1, and then Fallon does 1 till 2. I think that's what the rumor is tonight. I don't know if that's going to happen. And I'm thinking, where's Carson Daly in all of this? But... But I have to tell you, now watch the other, NBC making this terrible mess of their schedule, and the guys that they're moving, they're nice guys. I know these guys. They're perfectly nice guys. They're professional. They're good at their jobs, but they get moved around. And when I watch the other guys making a mess of it, I think... And then... It's kind of like when you're playing a game of football and there's a guy coming to tackle you and he kind of trips and you go... Anyway, I just want to assure you this. As the other guys, they're doing all this stuff. They're making all these mistakes. But I do like to think that we still make the crappiest late night TV. But what did we do? We sucked at the same damn time every night.
I guess we didn't have to play that. Whatever. So there you go.
A lot of people give him props.
You're not a big fan of the Craig Ferguson?
Not a big fan of the Craig Ferguson.
I kind of take a look every once in a while.
No. Can't be bothered.
So Jimmy will be on Leno tomorrow night.
Yes, it's a round panel discussion, like one of those discussion things with Carolla and Meghan McCain.
Why Meghan McCain again? Why?
Because.
Yeah.
Because. And then when does Jay go off the air? Right before the Olympics?
12th. His last show is the 11th.
The Olympics are a couple weeks away?
Yeah.
A month away, I guess?
Winter Olympics. Where the hell are they? We're up in Canada.
In some mountain.
Vancouver.
Oh, thank you, Canadian guy.
Vancouver.
Fucking Canadian traitor.
And are they... Wait a minute. Curling is back already?
Already.
Get the fuck out
Can
of
you
here.
believe it?
Was that 4 years ago that we made fun of curling?
4 short years ago,
we were obsessed
watching
with curling.
Yes.
And that shit was going on while we were doing our show.
Yeah, we were watching curling, remember?
We got into it.
People got so angry with us that we were watching curling during the show.
I really got into curling.
Stay tuned for us watching curling.
But here's the update. The Olympics ended, and I never saw curling again.
I forgot about it, could give a shit about it, and now I'm going to be all about curling.
I really thought Bob Costas would make some kind of moment with curling, and I would watch
Something.
again, but I haven't watched it in 4 years. You think they got new gadgets, new sweepers?
Probably not.
New technology for the ice?
Very traditional game there.
No, they got something going on.
Those stones.
We knew all the technology, remember?
The stones that they throw. It's still just a piece of rock, right?
It's just shuffleboard.
A hunk of rock.
Shuffleboard on ice.
Yeah, that's it. But then the guy sweeps to make it more slippery, or then doesn't sweep to make it stop quicker.
They all sweep exactly the same, but for some reason that guy sweeps better than that guy. You figure it out.
It's all about how hard you're pushing and how fast. Come on.
You shove a little like ice shavings in front of the rock.
Yeah.
or
Slow
the
it down a
stone to
little
slow it
bit.
down.
Wait, if it's speeding up too fast, it's an exciting game.
All I want to do is watch Olympic hockey. It's all about
Really?
Olympic. Oh my God, Olympic hockey rules. It really does, Ant. A little curling, a little Olympic hockey, and the downhill. Not the slalom, maybe the giant slalom, but
I tell
that
you
downhill is insane too.
My favorite, that fucking, where the same place they got that clip, The Agony of Defeat from.
Oh, the ski jump?
Big ski jump. The big motherfucker ski jump. Because those guys now haven't figured out where they're just flying.
That's easy though. I do that on the Wii all the time.
Oh, you do? On the Wii?
That's so easy. I could ski jump. I've proven it on the Wii. Look at them. They're still.
They're turning it. Remember that? They actually make it turn a little bit. And
yeah, do they?
Oh, look at that.
We're looking at like the best of curling on
This is
YouTube
some
or
of the
something.
best curling. Any curling fights? Ever have any bench clearing brawls on curling?
They just go at it with the sweepers.
And did the brooms ever hit?
I don't know. Look
That
at
would
this.
suck.
Look at this ridiculous.
Look at that lag he's got there. That's nice.
Would you play this though, Ant?
Now the
if there were
broomers
beers
come in.
involved?
It's too cold.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
indoors.
it's cold. It's on ice.
Calm down.
I'm not. Oh, right.
What's wrong with you?
Thought Gallagher was here for a second. Figured I had to yell.
See, I told you. Richard in North Carolina. Richard.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning, Richard.
How we doing?
Pretty good. We're talking about the Olympics.
Yeah, you're talking about there needs some advancements in curling. I heard they're coming out with an ice stone for this time. That you get all excited when you push it off, and then it collapses before it even gets to the target.
Chip, shut up.
Yeah, it's
Don't
bad
laugh
enough.
at that.
What the fuck is
the
that?
ice stone.
Is he making fun of the iPhone?
The iPhone.
Making fun of the iPhone, but
all right.
Called it the ice stone. Ugh. Right. Enough.
Is that a Leroy Neiman painting?
It did look like Leroy Neiman.
Enough about Leroy Neiman. And
He's very talented with his sports paintings.
Is he?
Rocky.
You know, I
Rocky
tried
painting.
I tried curling in high school, but I couldn't get curling straight.
Whoa. God damn. I do at some point want to talk quickly about Senator Harry Reid.
Oh, yeah.
And his comments, which got much more publicity and controversy than it should have. And the Republicans are just like stupid for even asking this guy to step down. They pull out their Republican National Committee guy, that Michael Steele, who's the only black Republican ever, and ask him to step down because of his comments. His comments, first of all, they were in private. And secondly, it was true. How could you argue the fact?
Because you're not supposed to think that way.
Well, you know what? That's the thought police, man.
Yeah.
And I won't be part of it, man.
No, I think the Republicans are right, though. I disagree with you. I think they should be.
Do you? Yeah.
Yes, because it always happens in the reverse. And just to see a liberal stick his foot in his mouth racially like that,
But the
it's fun
thing
to
is,
watch.
he didn't stick his foot in his mouth. The guy, it was a private conversation.
Walk us through it, Ant.
And, what
was the private conversation?
Before the election, Harry Reid was talking about Obama, candidate Obama, and he said, Obama is light-skinned and speaks with no Negro dialect unless he wanted to have one. That's the whole controversy of it. He is light-skinned.
Yes.
And he doesn't speak with a Negro dialect. Now, that's the thing. It's like Negro dialect. First of all, the word is offensive. Meanwhile, it's the N in NAACP. I mean, or colored.
No, national is the N.
Man, I meant colored.
Negro, CP.
Negro. No. What I meant to say, I'm sorry. Negro is used in the census. That's the story I read.
Right.
And they were all up in arms about that.
Is that word becoming a bad word now?
Yeah, of course it is.
I'm getting confused.
Of course it is.
Where's my scorecard? I can't figure this shit out anymore.
What? Yeah, I mean, stop with your fake outrage about semantics. You already got the N-word called the N-word.
You're not allowed to say there's an actual Negro dialect out there?
Negro dialect.
It's all over pop culture.
People are so outraged at the thought that you can, what? Black people speak a certain way? You're saying that there's differences. Each race.
Racist Gallagher pointed out on Friday.
Of course he did.
He was telling Patrice.
Birthday and
bathroom and
Gallagher.
teeth. And teeth.
I'm just saying that certain cultures and certain ethnic backgrounds have certain ways of speaking. Not everybody. I'm not saying everyone. Just saying certain people in certain ethnic backgrounds do.
Is it a majority though? The majority of Negroes.
Yes.
The majority of the colored people.
Yeah.
Do they have a Negro dialect?
As far as I have seen in my life experience, which has been more than just a few years, I say yes. There is a dialect that you can tell when you hear that it is a black person. Now, sometimes you'll get what are called wiggers, that are white people that try to act like black people, and they put on that dialect.
Can I answer the question, too?
Yes, sir.
I also say yes.
Yeah, of course.
I also say yes to that question. Jimmy?
What was the question?
The majority of Negroes, because that's what was said here, do they have a Negro dialect?
Yeah, what they have what Reid is talking about, yes, of course.
Yeah. So why, speaking about Obama, saying he is light-skinned and speaks with no Negro dialect, and that was a compliment, saying this is a president, this is a black president that can be elected because America isn't ready for a president that is very dark-skinned and has a Negro dialect.
But that shows you, I think it is kind of a shitty thing to say, but I don't think he's a racist at all.
Why would it be a shitty thing to say?
Because if you're saying it as a fact, like
he does have an amazing record too about African American causes and bills and things like that.
Absolutely, he's not a racist. The guy shouldn't have to leave. But it shows to me that is exactly the thinking. That's how he feels. Mm-hmm. Like look at the fucking paternalism in that. That's how those ultra liberals feel about blacks. Like he was one of I guarantee he's one of those type of guys who would criticize you if you admitted having a racial thought or a racist thought. And yet that is exactly how he looks at blacks. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, he has no Negro dialect. And even though he might have just been talking about how the country will vote, in which case he's right.
Right.
That does show you exactly the thinking.
Exactly.
That's why I despise them.
Because they, I believe he was also one of the guys, Trent Lott. Yeah. Trent Lott got forced out when he was talking about comments about the 1948 segregationist campaign.
Right.
When he was talking about, Strom Thurmond. And he said if Strom Thurmond won the race, we wouldn't have had all these problems over all these years. See, that's a little more.
But I think he was just praising Strom Thurmond in his speech. He was just trying to say Strom Thurmond would have been a strong leader. I don't think he was getting into the specifics of it. I don't think he didn't mean it like that, like these goddamn blacks. That's not how Trent Lott meant it. But he still had to step down because the fucking left targeted him. And fucking Sharpton's a scumbag. Like he says, oh, we shouldn't allow these comments to distract from getting health care. You can say anything you want.
Yeah.
If you're on the side of the people who you're offending. That's all.
Right.
You can criticize, you can say whatever you want if you're a Republican and you're on the side of the Republicans and they won't come after you as hard.
Yeah.
Same with the liberals. It's fucking sickening.
I just think it's ridiculous, though, that they get the black guy in the Republicans, Michael Steele, and have him ask for Harry Reid to step down for saying something that just, it's nothing. It's, first of all, yes, it's true.
Well, let's play this clip here.
Top Republicans are calling for Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid to step down.
Democrats feel that they can say these things and they can apologize when it comes from the mouths of their own. But if it comes from anyone else, it's racism.
The Nevada Democrat is in political hot water for racial comments he made about President Obama during the campaign. The new book, Game Change, reports that Reid declared the country would embrace a light-skinned African-American with no Negro dialect unless he wanted to have one. Reid has apologized for his poor choice of words and for offending any and all Americans, especially African-Americans.
How do you not want that douchebag in hot water?
It's going to come to a point where we're not going to be able to speak our minds. Because
we're already
there.
We're there.
We're there. We're
True.
absolutely there.
And getting worse. You're right, actually. And getting worse every day. That is an accurate statement.
It's accurate.
That's how America thinks as a whole.
If you're talking about
as a whole,
president running for a guy running for president, and he's a black guy, America is more apt to vote for a guy like Barack Obama than they would be a guy like Clubber Lang.
Yes,
it's just the way it is.
That is the truth being spoken right there.
But they're also more likely to vote for a guy like Bush or Cheney or Dukakis than they are
old white guy. Basically,
insert white Sid Vicious. It's almost the thing is like.
Oh, I got where you're going.
It's like they don't look at white candidates the same way. Like, well, they'll vote for him. His skin color is the right tone, and he doesn't speak like and then insert white stereotype there. That's where I guess the issue comes in.
Here's part 2 of the story.
The book hasn't even been released yet, and President Obama has already declared the matter closed. The president called Reid's comments unfortunate, but accepted his apology.
Why are they unfortunate? That's just how
Obama knows, too. That's why he was elected.
That's how this country thinks as a whole.
Did Obama have the same comments that I missed, by the way?
No.
Of course not.
And by the way, I heard 60 Minutes did a story on this book. And did they avoid I'm not going to attack them because I might be wrong. Did they avoid this particular issue in the book?
I don't
know. Sure.
It's amazing how they attacked Palin and all the conservatives. Any verbal misstep by them, they crucified them for.
And I believe there's a quote, too, from Bill Clinton that says, it wasn't long ago this guy would have been getting us coffee. Oof. Yeah, no shit.
It's unfortunate, but accepted his apology. Republicans are crying foul, saying Reid should be treated the same as former Majority Leader Trent Lott. The Republican was ousted in 2002 from Senate leadership positions after he said the nation would have been better off if segregationist Strom Thurmond had won his presidential bid in 1948.
But I guarantee you he didn't say segregationist. I bet you Trent Lott didn't say segregationist. They're saying it.
Yeah,
like if he was praising Strom Thurmond and he said, if things would have been better if you won, what are you supposed to say to a guy at a dinner when you're praising him?
Yeah. Well, he was running in 48 as a segregationist campaign. So he said if he won in 48, we wouldn't have to deal with all these problems that we have now.
But that's a poor choice of words. That's not thinking through. That's a poor choice of words.
Yeah.
That's going, you know what? I was trying to praise the guy and I wasn't thinking like, wow, that's the implication I'm giving.
Fucked up.
That's all. But he had to leave.
Yeah.
So Harry Reid says something which is condescending, completely fucking racially shitty, and it is a racially shitty thing. And no consequences at all for him.
I'm reading stuff that says, like, Ant, I usually agree with you, but I don't on this because some of these are the same liberal assholes that went after Imus and stuff. I really don't want you to get my point twisted here. I'm not saying that there isn't that double standard. I'm just saying, fuck the parties, fuck Republican, Democrat, or anything. I don't believe what he said merits being fired or even being criticized. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, as a payback to the liberals, fine. Then fucking throw his ass out of there. But as just a guy speaking his mind on a campaign, the guy is accurate. And what's the problem?
Because it's not a payback. It's consistency in penalizing people for the use of certain language. Like, for instance, the liberals will eventually get the point when their own start suffering and when they start getting fucked and ousted for little verbal missteps that have anything to do with race or ethnicity. When they start getting their heads lopped off for it politically, then maybe they won't attack other people, which of course filters down to radio guys and comedians. Maybe they won't be as self-righteous if that scumbag Sharpton would go after them as hard. Or if there was the same penalty for them, but there's no penalty for them.
No.
None for racial discussions.
You're right.
They could say what they want.
That's a pretty good point right there. Wow. I don't know where to... Should we just start from the top?
Yes.
All right. Everyone's all...
Well, I said yes, like it's my decision.
Mike in Pennsylvania.
Mike?
always funny.
Mike, hey.
I watched 60 Minutes last night, and they were all over Palin for her tick in the debate where she called Biden, oh, Biden. They didn't even mention Reid.
Of course they didn't. But the media is not biased, right? We're all just paranoid. We're a bunch of paranoid white guys. The media is not biased at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck 60 Minutes.
Let's go to Butch in Jersey. Butch.
What's up, gentlemen?
I want to know what Andy Rooney was talking about last night. Can we find out?
Do you ever notice when one of them looks at your woman, you don't make eye contact with them? Do you ever notice how good they are in sports?
Either that or just wouldn't talk about it like important issues, and he talks about watch fobs. Why don't anyone have watch fobs anymore? Watch fob.
What is a watch fob? I need to know.
It's that little thing that goes through your button for your pocket watch.
It's called a fob?
It's a watch fob.
I had no idea.
And I only know that because of a Honeymooners episode where Ralph was trying to sew up the chicken after he stuffed it, and he sewed it to his shirt. And Norton goes, "Hey, Ralph, what you got there? New watch fob?" Fucking crack me up.
Fuck. Butch, go ahead.
Hey, man, I just want to let you know, you said earlier that the conversation was in private. I just saw the authors on the TV, and they both said that everybody that gave an interview knew that nothing was off the record. So he made that comment. He knew that it was on the record.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay. But still, even better. Then it wasn't in private. Then that's how he felt. That's what he said. Fuck it.
Even, by the way, even if it was in private, you know who else was having a private conversation? Alec Baldwin. Dog the Bounty Hunter had a private conversation with his son that was recorded and released. So again, the privacy of these people isn't respected. Why should Harry Reid?
Doesn't matter. We all have to be brainwashed.
Hitler and
to think
Goebbels.
the same way.
A lot of private conversations.
Yeah, I'm sure. Let's say hi to
Through Google. Shut up, Jim. Asshole. Aunt Jim. I can't think of a good computer chat program. Through Google. Oh,
yuck. Let's say hi to Fontaine, a regular to the O&A show. What's up, Fontaine?
Hi, Negro. Hey, guys.
What's up, man?
Are you a Negro?
Go ahead.
Of course.
I know.
Well, you can't say Negro, but what is that college fund? You can't say colored, but what's the C stand for in NAACP?
Well, it is the United Negro College Fund. That's what I meant. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah,
see, I got confused.
That would have worked.
Yeah.
Jimmy, was it cold in the D?
yeah, it was freezing in Dallas.
Have a good show, boy.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah, one of the coldest days in 70 years, something like that. Pete in Florida. Pete.
Yeah, what about Ebonics? They had that all crazy a couple of years ago. Even one of the...
I'm not even... Dude, I know what you mean, like with Ebonics, but I'm not even talking about, like, fucking wacky words and shit like that. I'm just talking about a certain sound to avoid.
We want to be treated the same, but we want to be different. That's how it is. And it's just crazy. Punching out.
Here's the rule with racial discussions, and this is the absolute rule. If you're black or a white liberal, you can say whatever you want, and it's either A, agreed with, or B, forgiven.
Yeah.
If you are conservative or a white guy who just doesn't march in that line, you had better watch your fucking step when discussing race.
Scarlet R will be on your sweater.
It is that inconsistent.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yes.
That means racist.
It means Rydell High.
Yeah.
Like in Greece.
Nice. I want an R. Todd in Pittsburgh. Todd.
Right.
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
First of all, Jim, you got to come to Pittsburgh sooner or later.
I am actually. I just don't know whether.
Why? So he could fuck Crosby? Fuck Crosby!
Who's Crosby?
How dare you?
He knows.
I got to disagree with you guys about there's a black dialect. I think it's just people who speak well and people who talk like assholes.
Like Boys in the Hood being spelled with a Z when they spell with a Z. Of course, it's a black dialect.
You're getting it mixed up.
There's
not
there's people who speak like dipshits, and there's people who speak well.
I'm not talking about somebody that's going around using ebonics and words like that. I'm saying you could sit there and read the fucking Constitution and have a white guy read it and a black guy read it and listen to recordings.
They can't read, Ant. You know
and
that.
See, I can't even have a serious conversation. And in a lot of circumstances, you will know which is which because of a dialect. There is a certain way that certain ethnic backgrounds speak. Italians are the same way. Has nothing to do with the upbringing or anything. It's just that's Irish. Perhaps fucking
You Italians are a nightmare. You just talk about pasta dishes all the fucking time.
Exactly.
You ever hear a fucking Italian guy from like Brooklyn talking, and you know it's an Italian guy from Brooklyn.
Sure. He's throwing the dialect at you.
There's a dialect.
Yeah.
And with black people, it doesn't matter what they're saying. They could be saying the most intelligent thing. I'm not saying they're talking like a thug or a gangster, but there is an inflection in the voice. There is certain, I don't even know how to describe it, but you just know it when you hear it.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Negro dialect, remember the KFC thing we did last? I don't know if it was KFC, the chicken news clip we did. Remember the chicken news clip where all the people
They were upset about the.
They were very upset that
Popeye's chicken was not available.
Well, someone turned me on to a video last night. It was almost perfect. Where they took the news report where it was black person after black person very, very upset that there was no more free chicken.
Really?
And they spliced in a white guy.
Oh, really?
Getting the news. If Danny can find it, it just missed being a great comedy clip where the white guy's like, all right, well, all right, I guess I'll just get pizza for the family
somewhere
tonight.
else.
No real big deal. And then they go back to everybody else just losing their minds. I don't know where you're going to find it, Dan. I mean, I should maybe write some of this shit down before we go live with it, but if you can find it. Let me go to Tom in Chicago.
Tom.
Fuck the Blues Brothers.
You're out, Tom.
Maybe I could help.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, Tom.
Sorry, Tom.
Hey, this guy shouldn't lose his job over what he said. It is even though they did go after Imus,
and Trent Lott.
Yeah, we need to go after. We need to be bigger than that, and otherwise, it's basically just the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Well, they're not going to be bigger than that, sir. And the left is not going to stop criticizing people for saying things that are either honest racially or inappropriate racially. So they should start having to eat the same shit they're feeding everybody else.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dan? You heard it. It just misses.
Just at least get the girl before him.
Yeah. Everyone knows the clip. The setup basically is the Popeyes thing where they ran out of chicken. The news went there and interviewed all black people.
Yeah,
we made that observation. All black people really pissed off they couldn't get their bucket in. And someone took the footage and kind of spliced in their own white guy.
One white guy.
So check this out.
One woman yelled back at the machine.
People have kids that they trying to feed for the special, and you mean to tell me that we can't feed our kids? Because y'all didn't order enough chicken. Y'all knew y'all was having this special almost 2 months ago, and that's wrong.
But no one was listening. The Popeyes on Lake Avenue was closed by dinner time.
Are you kidding me? I think that's bad because I'm sure hungry.
No chicken.
No chicken? They just out of chicken. I said I'm calling customer service now to see where there's another Popeyes at.
Yeah, they seem to be out of chicken today, so I'll just pick up a pizza. It's no big deal.
Other locations
They just popped him in there. That's pretty good.
Oh, no big deal. I'll just pick up a pizza.
No big deal.
Like I said, they almost hit a home run with that. We found out. We're going to find out what Andy Rooney was talking about, Jimmy. Bear in Maryland. Bear?
Oh, and Jimmy. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Andy Rooney last night was talking about pretty much one of your other favorite subjects, hoarding, not being able to throw shit away.
Oh.
I've got 2 computers in my office that don't work and one on the desk that's broken, but I can't seem to throw them away.
Yeah.
This is 60
I don't
minutes.
want people to find the hard drives and all the kiddie porn.
I've been collecting my poopy since 1937. I would love to think that Andy Rooney has jars and jars of urine.
Jars of urine.
Just collecting all his urine.
All over CBS.
Those are lit, Jesus.
This guy thinks I'm a racist? Tired of my racist comments.
Anthony Subconscious, you're on the phone.
You know what? I don't. A lot of times, a lot of times I don't agree with Anthony, but today I'm right there with him. Right there with him. Jake, what's your problem today, buddy?
Hey there, Jake.
Dude, morning, boys. Sorry about that. Anthony, you're just full of shit, dude. You're just a big racist.
Now, why?
You just got to admit it.
Based on what I said about this situation, why?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, take, for instance, this Saturday at the Borgata. Do you think there's going to be any blacks in the audience?
You know something? I knew when I saw it. You're an ass.
You know, we're all going down there for Jimmy's shows, too.
Yes.
Saturday is sold out. Friday, there might be 40 tickets left.
That's it.
Friday might be totally clean, too, yeah.
We're going to have a party down at the Borgata. Join us,
Yeah,
man.
check Friday's show, but Saturday's totally sold.
All right, Jake.
I'll see you Saturday.
All right, buddy. See you, Jake.
You want to keep going with this? Anthony's right. There is a complete difference in the way they speak. I'm a teacher.
Yep.
Let's see what a teacher has to say.
Like, no.
Megan,
Hey, what's up, boys?
have you ever have you ever had sex with a student?
Oh.
No, I have not.
Have you thought
This is my
about
first
having
year,
sex
though.
with any of your students before? Just
This
a
is
thought.
only my first year, though.
Huh?
It's only my first
Only
year.
her first year. She's got time.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm an English teacher in Mississippi, and there's a complete difference in the way that black people here speak and the way that white people speak.
Why is that?
Well, I don't know why it is. I'm an English teacher, and I'm trying to figure it out myself. I just know that when I call parents to tell them, that their kid's doing something wrong in class, that their grades are failing, they hang up on me immediately or ask, who is this? Because my voice sounds completely different than what they're used to having called their house. So, but anyway, just wanted to let you know from my perspective, they sound different.
Interesting.
All right, then let's go to another broad. Kate in Cincinnati. Kate.
Hey guys,
Hey.
I am a speech therapist, and when we assess children, we have exceptions for black dialects, like dialects from different areas. Like people from Boston, they don't have their R's. We don't hold that against them because they speak differently. It's something that you just don't hold against them. You have to understand that they have a different dialect, and that's all that. And Anthony, I totally agree with you. It's a dialect. It's not like they speak worse than the standard norms.
I just don't understand why it's such an evil thing to say. I don't get why it's this evil, racist thing to even bring it up. Because a lot of times in criminal courts, you'll get somebody, a witness that says, well, I heard someone speaking and they sounded black. And man, the other side just gets on them. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Describe what you mean. And it's very hard to describe. But you know the difference, and they paint the person out to be a racist for even bringing it up.
For noticing that.
Yeah.
We pretend we don't know. It's like, it's hard to...
Well, African Americans
Go ahead.
don't have...
Sorry.
Are you guys there?
Yes, we are, miss.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
We're listening to
But
Kate's radio show.
You are right, though.
Sorry. Go ahead, Kate's radio show.
Go ahead, Kate.
Some of their main differences.
Could you go to us
are
next,
they don't
please? We're
use
on the
TH.
phone on hold. What?
Yes, go ahead, Kate.
Go ahead, Kate.
Yeah.
I was just saying that they don't use.
Yes, you were just saying. We were just listening.
Yeah, Kate.
See how that hurts?
Go ahead. Kate, finish your thought. She's gone.
Hello? Oh, she leave. Oh, Christ. Oh, poor girl.
Poor Kate.
Poor Kate. Poor girl.
Let's go to a black guy. Hello, black guy.
Just says Coop, black guy.
Hi, black
yes,
guy.
I'm a black guy.
That's what it says on the phone. I'm sorry.
That's me, just a black guy.
I'm sorry, black guy.
What up, Coop?
All right, white guys. Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Coop.
And 2 white guys.
That's Jimmy.
Fucking, honestly, what's up? I honestly don't have no fucking opinion on this whole Harry Reid shit. My whole thing is I hate the idea that white people in general, whether you're conservative or liberal, talk about black people like for some way, like we're your responsibility or something. Like you have to tread lightly. Like you're talking about, like you're talking around a bunch of fucking retarded children.
Yes.
I hate, that's the shit that got me mad right now.
Yeah, I can't stand that myself.
Personally, I don't give a fuck about any stupid racist comment what any white man says. It is what it is. You're going to say dumb shit to the fucking end of time. It don't matter to me.
You don't like the paternalism.
I hate it. That's what drives me crazy. This idea that for fucking, it's our job to deal with, take care of them and make sure.
Yeah, you need to be coddled.
Make sure they get jobs, and make sure they do this and this and that. And this is one of the reasons I get upset with my own peoples, because we look at this shit and accept it and not know how to, like, we can't take care of ourselves. I had this discussion the other day with another white Republican, and my point is this. I'll be honest, according to the definition of the word, I'm a racist. Fuck it, I admit it. I believe in separation of races because people should take care of themselves. No man.
I like the way you think.
No man is going to feed my family, so why the fuck should it be any different for a race?
Yeah.
And in the United States, this country is the only country in the world where one race is propping up the other race. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's my problem. And it seems like nobody wants to fucking admit that or talk to it. Because if somebody, a white guy saying what I'm saying right now, I would be totally 100% in agreement with him. But then again, you're going to get a bunch of other faggot liberal cunts talking about, you shouldn't have said that, you can't say that, you can't, that's racist, da, 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 da. And now you got a bunch of confused ass black people looking at him like, that's right, he is racist.
You know what it is? It's right. White people trying to hide how they really feel. That's all political correctness is. It's like they're not afraid of being rude. They're afraid that if they say a certain thing, it's going to be a window that exposes them to how fucking paternalistic they really feel, how much smarter and more intellectually advanced they really feel. So their whole obsession with speech is a way to protect themselves from slipping and being exposed as the way they really feel, which is holier than thou and smarter than thou and better than thou. It's irritating.
It's just a bunch of horse shit. Just be fucking honest. If somebody says they hate me, I'd rather just be like, okay, I fucking hate you. All right, then I'm not going to fuck with you. I'm going to do me over here. You stay there and do what the fuck you... Don't smile in my face and act like you fucking like me. Now I'm confused and thinking, what happened when you stabbed me in the back? Now I'm looking at you like, but I thought you liked me. Don't. Stop it.
And I want to be able to not like a black guy because he's an asshole. Why can't I do that? You know, all of a sudden it's got to be racist.
And how come the problem is, Coop, there's not enough black guys that say that. There's not enough black guys that go, enough with the paternalism, stop it. Because, like, and again, I know Sharpton, black people don't like Sharpton. The majority of black people think Sharpton's a jizz bag.
I just think he's an opportunist.
I'm sure he is. He's not a dummy. I mean, he is an opportunist.
That's all I think he cares about is his pockets.
But what a fraud this guy is. Like, to criticize, again, I'm for any other guy that says it, and yet when Jesse Jackson slips into a Fox microphone and says, Obama's talking down to niggers, I like to cut his balls off.
Yeah.
Not a fucking word.
Nothing.
He protects him. He protects Harry Reid. Sharpton's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not breaking ground by saying that.
The Jesse Jackson statement's way worse than what Harry Reid had.
Also a private statement, not meant to be heard by the public.
There you go.
But it has come to the point where, like, since the inception of this country, black people have been this country's #1 cash crop. Even to this day, you got a bunch of people that pretty much exploit the fucking ignorance of black people for their own pockets. Jesse Jackson's one of them. Reverend Al is one of them. A bunch of liberal white assholes is a lot of them. The one thing, like, I don't vote on none of them lines. I don't deal with politics because that's, personally, like I said, I'm a separatist. That's white shit. Y'all deal with Democrats and Republicans and presidents and shit like that. That's what white people do. That's what y'all fucking do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I stay away from that shit. And I mean, I'm not white. I'm a black man. As a black man, I should do my own thing. I don't celebrate Christmas. You know why? Because Christmas is a white man's holiday. There's no fucking snow in Africa. So I don't deal with that shit.
Jerusalem either. Or Bethlehem either.
Exactly.
Where it all kind of started.
But I don't deal with none of that shit. And that's the problem we have is this afraid to talk to each other and be honest. No matter how upset it may get you, I mean, the only way a relationship strives is when two people are honest with each other. And if this country wants to be make it this whole pinnacle of the world that it claims to be, then let's have this honest dialogue instead of just living in this society of white power over non-white powerlessness.
God damn.
That's what this fucking... Excuse me?
Coop's great. I know. I'm agreeing with you, and I cannot wait to see you face to face during the race war.
Well, I'll shake your head. I'm not looking for.
You should line up with Coop on the line there,
years ago.
You line up against Coop. Coop.
The race war
yeah, go ahead.
The race war started 500 years ago when you went into Africa and took us away from our people.
Wow, I'm that old.
That's when the race war started.
Jesus, I'm an old guy, 500 years old.
Trying to catch up. Excuse me.
I said I'm pretty old then if I went there 500 years ago.
I met your peoples.
How about we all just get over that whole thing and
My
move
people
on?
are laying cement in Italy somewhere.
I love how white people say just get over that, but guess what?
How about we all just get over it?
When that shit is the reason for the madness today.
Let's call it a wash.
That shit that happened that long ago is the reason why motherfucking cunts like Paris Hilton and all these no-talent motherfuckers are so respected and revered in the world, in a society in which they didn't do nothing.
So
you created
slavery?
a white society for yourselves.
That's about privilege, though. It's like she's a privileged heiress. There's a part of it. There's a part of it that we like seeing.
And she's able to get that because of what happened 500 years ago. It didn't just happen out of a vacuum. Fucking this country didn't just the white privilege and all this other shit in this country didn't happen out of a vacuum. It wasn't given to you. You fucking decided you took it and you destroyed other races to do it. It's real talk. I'm not being offensive. I'm just talking about history. Pick up a fucking history book. It tells you that.
We were the better, so we kicked ass.
Not. Your guns were the better. You fucking created your guns.
We got
your
better.
Guns created the power.
We got better guns.
No, you created your
We
guns.
had the wheel.
Can I say something about your guns real quick, since you're so proud of your guns?
Yes, sir.
So technology, let me tell you something. Technology evolves from where human limitation ends. Thereby, from what I've come to understand about your guns and white people in general, because believe me, I pay a lot of close attention to you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is this. Your guns, it is not talked about that guns are symbolic penises.
Yeah,
now,
I've heard that before.
Yes.
Okay, now let's go with the symbolic penis thing.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't believe the guns themselves. It's not the fucking cock. It's the balls that are the fucking representation of what the guns mean. Because white people on the planet are a global genetic recessive minority. When I say genetic recessive, I mean in terms of skin coloration. Now, if through miscegenation and interracial fucking, the white race could be annihilated on the planet. As far as color goes.
Well, that seems to be the direction we're headed, sir.
We went out there. Excuse me?
That's the direction we're heading in.
Now, like I said, when y'all finally began circumnavigating the globe, your explorers started going out there and looking around the world.
Yeah, that's what we did.
You seen that there was other people of color out there. You seen that the rest of the world was people full of color, and you couldn't deal with that. So you created
I think wow, that's a lot of cool land with resources. I think I'm going to take it.
Yeah, I think it was, dude, that was war-making guns were simply used against other whites. They were used against anybody. Anybody who needed to overpower somebody else used whatever advancements they could use. That wasn't about seeing people of color.
World War II wasn't about color.
Fair. You know what? I'll give you that then. I disagree, but I'm going to give you that. So explain to me the analogy between the gun and the penis.
I think, honestly,
why make that analogy?
I think that it sounds good, but I think that it's almost trivializing the need for power that a gun expresses. I don't think it's just about the dick. I think that's a way
I
of...
believe it's all about the dick.
Nah, because I don't think it's about completely overtaking and power. It's not about the dick.
What about self-protection? What about self-protection?
That's part of your self-protection, to destroy everyone else.
No. You're one extreme or the other guy over here. Yeah. What about a guy that enjoys having a gun, shooting it, and having it?
But I'm talking about the origin. The necessity to create the gun in the first
because we wanted better ways to kill people. That's how everything works.
Survive on the planet as a global minority.
Hold on, let me ask you a question.
No.
Wait, Coop, when black tribes, hold on, when tribes would fight, when tribes would fight in Africa, many years ago, before white people got there, how were they fighting?
They were fine with the technology they had at the time.
So it's like, but was that about a dick and a racial thing? If it was a spear, or if it was
a racial thing. Let me explain something. You can sit there and say what you say, but there's certain things that y'all do that makes me realize that what I'm saying is correct.
But hold on, you're not addressing one point at a time. One point at a time. When one person is trying to overtake another person, whether it's justified or not, if it's through force, it has nothing to do with the dick. When you're hunting, tools were originally built to hunt and to survive, and then they began used against each other. I mean, you know, all people have done that. So blacks have done it to each other, whites have done it to blacks, and blacks would do it to whites in cases where they could do it. It's human nature. It's human nature. That's not about race. That's not about race. Getting a weapon to overtake somebody else and using it is not about a bigger dick. It's not about that.
It's not about race then. Why the need to moralize and demean a person because of their color?
I think that was something that started probably for economic reasons, and then people began to feel like that was their birthright, and I think that's where a lot of the race came in. I think when people originally went to Africa and began stealing people and having them shipped here, it was simply economics, and then it became racial very quickly because the difference was so... It was such an obvious difference. It was easy to look at somebody who was darker as subhuman because they didn't remind you of yourself. But I think that's the race really
I'm going to
kicked
tell you
in.
why I don't really agree with that, because prior to going into Africa and taking people as slaves, whites have had relationships with Africans thousands of years before that.
Right. So you're almost making my point.
Yeah, I understand it. But I'm saying now it has become to this point where black is ugly. And if you look at the world over, not even just black people, but Indian people, Asian people are fucking making themselves up to look white. If it wasn't such a racial thing, if color has nothing to do with it, then why is it these people are mutilating themselves this way?
But you're saying, like, where did it become racial? And I think that's where it became racial because the whites against the American Indians were killing each other before white people got here. That wasn't about race. People fight for territory or what they see as power. Black tribes were doing it to each other in Africa. When whites were doing it to blacks, it was so obviously because the race was different. But you understand what I'm saying? It's like people have been doing it to each other since time out of mind. It's all people have ever been done to each other.
Not always about race, my friend.
Not always about race at all.
You know what? I'll just quote the great Mr. Greg Hughes and say we just have to agree to disagree.
There it is.
Y'all have a good day, gentlemen.
All right, Coop.
sir.
Coop's a regular. I remember him now. Coop does all right for us. All right, why don't we take a break? Hey,
have we broken yet, or taken one break so far, right?
One. When we get back, we got what Blagojevich said about Obama.
Oh, he just wants attention.
Blagojevich.
He just wants attention.
It's kind of funny. And then we got the Andy Rooney talking about outdated electronics. That's what it was about. And more of your phone calls. If you want to wait through the break, Clarence in Iowa and a few others, just stay there. We'll try to get to you next. Opie and Anthony. Hey, guys. All right. Blagojevich.
Need some attention, I think.
This
what I want. I want to run to your wicked garden.
Yeah. Fuck. Rocks. Love the STP. Yeah. Love the Scott Weiland. Soundgarden get back together. I know you're a big Soundgarden fan too, Ed.
Oh, yeah.
I saw Chris Cornell twittering that shit. Ooh. He's a good one to follow on Twitter, too. Is he freaking... I like following people that travel the world, because they got all sorts of shit that's going on you can't even relate to.
They can take pictures and Twitter them.
All that crap.
Not just boring.
But Soundgarden getting back together.
That's cool.
I knew it was just a matter of time. But I also know it's going to be just a temporary thing.
Yeah.
Because Chris Cornell is just... He's got so much going on.
They can never really... And they can never get together and stay together for any length of time, these bands anymore.
No.
It just doesn't work.
Wow, look at that Scott Weiland. A little chubby. It's weird to see him a little chubby. Is that on Letterman many years ago?
Yeah, this was 1993, doing Wicked Garden on Letterman.
Damn, man.
Now he's thin there.
What year is
I
that?
want to hear the chorus.
Okay, sorry.
I hear when he steps it up.
I want to drink from your name fountain. I can drown your sorrow. I'm gonna burn you alive, yeah.
Is he lip syncing?
No.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
he's
not at
fucking
all.
just blasting out some rock.
It's weird seeing him look. I mean,
I
not
know, 'cause
chubby.
he's usually emaciated.
Kind of like he's in shape, built
He
a little
looks
bit.
normal.
He looks like a normal dude that's on the thin side, and he's easily. How many pounds lighter, you think? 20 to 25?
From this to now?
Yeah.
She's probably.
Even more, maybe?
Perhaps.
All right. So you got Rod
Blagojevich.
Rod Blagojevich telling Esquire magazine this.
Former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich says he's blacker than Obama. In an interview with Esquire magazine, Blagojevich says he grew up with a tougher life than our president and that Obama was elected simply based on hope and that everything he's saying is on teleprompter. Blagojevich insists he was a real person in a political arena dominated by phonies. He was impeached last year after allegedly trying to sell the president's old U.S. Senate seat.
Way to go, Blagojevich.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Maybe you should have been on teleprompter, you idiot.
Right.
Fucking guy.
And Obama was elected on hope?
Yeah.
But we all know, Anthony, don't we?
Yeah. Yes. Don't go home with mope. Exactly. That is such a hack like thing to say. All of his stuff was hacked. Oh, what, Chip? What's the matter?
No. Please, for the love of God.
Chip?
Please. Please, for the love of God, no.
I thought Chip had something to say.
No. Why would you ask Chip if he has something to say?
Yeah, you ask questions. The guy got elected. I thought it was votes.
Chip stinks. Mr. Chipperson.
Just nowhere to go after that. That's the problem.
Oh, I love it.
That's the problem. There's just nowhere to go. Fuck Blagojevich, just looking for stupid attention.
Yeah, and it is. It's just like all that hack stuff. Oh, I grew up in blah 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 blah. He's a fucking. All right, nothing we haven't heard before.
And you can be black and not have a tough upbringing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
He's just trying to get back in the noose.
He just wants people to notice him. We get it. You fucked up, Rob. You got caught.
Fucked up. Trusted us.
And he's one of those guys. I don't think. What's left for him?
Nothing.
Don't know. He'll get a gig somewhere though.
As a reality star?
Some nonsense like he's an embarrassment. I mean, he was going to go on that reality show. It's like, you were a governor.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I know.
What is it with governors? They're all shitheads. They're all shitheads.
They really are stupid.
Spitzer was a tool. Fucking Patterson's obviously a fucking tool.
Oh, God.
Blagojevich was a tool. Mark Sanford going to, fly in first class American to go see his stupid fucking mistress. And where was she? In Ecuador or South America somewhere? They're all tools.
Yeah. I think Patterson wants to raise taxes on cigarettes again.
Yeah, to pay for health care, was it?
Yeah, for health care.
I don't mind that. I don't smoke them.
I don't smoke either, so it doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
No, I'm teasing, of course.
How about candy,
I
too?
mean, it's really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, tax the shit out of it.
Only because it's a direct effect on it's not a necessary thing, but people do it, and it makes you a lot fatter and it makes you a lot unhealthier, and we have to pay for that. You should be able to do it. Like you should be able to ride without a helmet if you want to. But you know what? Insurance should not have to cover your head injuries.
So if you smoke,
you should just pay more.
Then you should pay more.
Sure, because you're making an unnecessary risk. I'm not talking about if your family has a history of diabetes or heart disease, but when you smoke, you're taking an unnecessary risk that is a financial risk for other people.
Here's what I'm curious about, though.
Bisexuality?
Yes, I'm always a little bi-curious.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
The cigarettes are already taxed like up the ass, ridiculous amounts.
Yeah, what does a
money.
pack of cigarettes
Go
cost
to-
right now?
$163 or something?
No chip. They're very expensive, though.
You can say that again. I might have smoked Moors.
More.
Saint on earth, that woman. Saint on earth.
At least $11 in New York City.
A lot
for
of
one
that,
pack of cigarettes.
A lot of that's taxes. A lot of it
Most
is
of it
taxes.
is.
I want to know, really, where is that going? Just don't even bullshit me and tell me it all goes to health care. Just stop it. And whenever they tax it, they put a sin tax on something, it doesn't go where they say it's going to go. Oh, alcohol, you put a big sin tax on it, and then it goes to, keeping drunk drivers off the road. Bullshit. Goes in some piece of fuck project that some politician gave to one of his buddies. What a load.
Yeah, it really is a load.
We're fucked.
I really want. We really
just
are
fucked, man.
Wait till you see the states just separating from the union.
Oh,
that's
would
next.
I love
That's
to see
next.
some secessions.
Wait till
Let's go.
Wait till they try to throw that one down our throats.
I can't wait for Texas to
Texas
just go,
will start.
Fuck you.
We are
Yeehaw.
fucked. We are fucked.
We are fucked.
The tax thing is ridiculous.
Yep.
What surcharges and sin tax and this tax and that tax.
Everything.
And then they go, well, we got to raise the taxes on cigarettes to pay for health care. But then, like Ann said, you don't even know where the fucking money's officially going.
And then every dime you pay has already been taxed. And then you can't even spend it without being taxed again. And then they put it, a sin tax on something.
And then you try to make a little money
Surcharge.
off your money by throwing it in a savings account, and they have to tax that.
They tax the shitty interest on you.
How is that legal?
Yeah, they taxed the fuck out of your money
to begin with.
Now you put it in the bank,
and then what little money you got left, you put in the bank to hopefully grow a little bit.
And they tax your shitty 2% interest.
2? You're getting 2?
Well, yeah, sometimes.
Is it up to 2?
1? No,
most people are getting what? 1?
Probably averages 2 if you go to one of those long-term accounts.
Yeah, but most people, they're just doing their local banking, and they're not getting anywhere near 2.
I got a passbook savings account.
Passbook?
Yeah, I sure do.
You still hand them the book, and
That's right.
They stamp it?
Little deposits. That's right.
Those never worked for me. I was in there. It was like deposit, withdraw, 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 withdraw. Deposit, withdraw, withdraw. And then I had no money left in it.
I kind of like the idea of taxing the candy then. If they're gonna, well, I don't like them taxing anything.
You ever
What
see
am I
some
talking
fat
about?
fucking skunk buying a Snickers bar?
Yeah.
They're hungry.
Good. Let them eat that's why the Americans are a bunch of fat cunts. It's because go to the airport. All that's open in the morning. Burger King and fucking fatty shit fats.
Fatty shit fat.
Want to eat a fatty shit fats? I'll have a fat burger with 2 fucking shit glops on the side.
I'll have a fatty shit fat burger from Fatty Shit Fats.
You
please.
think taxing
with extra fat on the side? Thank you.
Is really going to help that?
No, I don't care about that. People should be able to eat what they want. But it's like, if you're going to indulge like that and not give a fuck, then there should be a financial incentive to eat healthier. Because people that don't give a fuck about their own health, I don't want to pay for it.
But Jimmy, I'm with you. When I go to the airport and I can't get a healthy meal, I'm so frustrated.
It's annoying.
I'm so frustrated. But they'll tell you the only reason they don't have healthy meals is because no one's buying the healthy meals.
If you had a place open that sold healthier meals at that hour, I guarantee you, it would. So annoying.
Sell. You got to get some kind of fucking muffin from Starbucks.
Ooh, the carrot and celery store in Terminal C.
Well, not even.
That sounds delicious.
With the goddamn fucking Cinnabon.
No, I understand that, Amp, but I mean, there's somewhere in the middle though between those two choices.
Enough
that
people
they just
travel.
don't have.
Enough people travel that want to eat healthy, where it's like
or healthier than what they got. You're not saying, all right, I'll take a salad with no dressing. You just want something in the middle.
You could usually get a chicken wrap or something.
Dude, it's
not healthy.
It's almost impossible. Most wraps aren't healthy. Jimmy's right.
Well, I mean, you don't get them with mayo plugged in there.
Yeah, but the
a
problem
little
is
chicken and some lettuce on a tortilla.
That means
great.
they have to make it fresh. None of that shit's made fresh, and they shove it's all pre-made with the mayo and everything in it already.
What? I get it fresh, motherfucker.
You haven't left your house in 3 years. How do you know?
Right.
Sounds to me like you're fresh.
It's actually pretty funny, Chip.
I know it was. I say a lot of funny stuff.
You don't.
Crack everybody up.
You crack everybody up, do you?
Let's go to Winston Churchill.
What? Winnie?
Well, actually, it's Charlie, and he has something that Winston Churchill said.
Say.
Charlie.
Good morning, boys.
Hello, Charlie.
Say it like Winston Churchill, please.
I can't do a Winston Churchill.
Come on!
I'm sorry, Ant.
Try it.
I stink. I'm sorry, I stink. Boo. Ant, you might like it. Winston Churchill said, a nation trying to tax itself into prosperity is like a man standing in a bucket trying to pick himself up by the handle. Pretty interesting, I think. And that's what we're doing.
That's impossible. You can't do that.
Exactly.
It's impossible.
What a great
to do
line.
that. It is a great line.
That fucking Winston Churchill had some great lines. I wonder if he had a writer.
He didn't have no
Back
writer.
then, he would just walk up and say things. Well, this is our finest hour. It's like, wow, it is. Guy's fantastic.
But some schmuck wrote all that shit. They've always had
I don't
writers.
know. I think
they always had writers.
I think Winnie came up with some quotes of his own.
Why are you calling him Winnie?
That's what you call him, Winnie. That's what they called him back then, Winnie. Yeah. What?
Standing in a bucket. What are you? It's like, what are you, spackle?
Let's say hi to Steve down the hall. Steve.
Steve down the hall.
Steve down the hall. What's up?
Yes.
Yes. Is someone going to fatty shit fat?
Oh.
Wow.
Boo.
Thanks for calling, Chip.
Boo. Chip on the phone.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. All right, let's see what Amy wrote.
Yes, a nation trying to tax itself into prosperity is like drinking cum out of a bucket. How is that? Because taxing yourself is delicious.
Never has one person done so little for so many. Sorry.
Yes.
Let's say hi to Stryker.
I may not agree with what you say, but I'll have another piece of cake.
There it is. There fucking is.
Speak softly, but carry a big burger.
Yes.
Hey, I'm trying to get the instant feedback working. Does it work?
4 and 1 giant logo ago.
The bucket stops here.
Stryker! There is nothing to fear but hard work.
I'll laugh at that one. Stryker, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, morning, boys. Colorado imposed a $70 road and bridge tax in the form of a fee, and then it came out this past year, and then now it's come out that there's still $253 million short on our road and bridge repair budget. So now they're contemplating, should we make this fee/tax any higher? And, of course, our governor is saying this right after he announced it. Oh, I'm not going to run for re-election, so now I can get done all of the things I want to do.
I can't. I wasn't listening. All I can think of is
more Steve lines.
My only regret is I have but one burger to eat for breakfast.
I may not agree with what you say, but I'll diet for your right to say it.
Shit.
Yeah, Stryker was talking about the whole tax thing. We're just getting taxed up the ass.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when it's going to stop.
If you talk to these cabbies in New York City,
Revolution.
They're pushing them right out of a job. These guys are like, I can't make money driving a cab anymore. It used to be a nice little fucking, not even a nice little life, because these guys have to work 12 hours on, 12 hours off, or they lose their fucking spot. But most of these guys you talk to, they're like, I can't. I'm not making money anymore freaking driving a cab.
Yeah.
Because they've surcharged and this charge and that charge and then raised how much they have to pay for the cab for the day and all this shit that they're just not bringing any money home anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They priced them right out of the business. So I don't know who the fuck they're going to get to drive these cabs in the next year or two. Because it's all going down.
They'll all be, there'll be somebody.
Who?
Oh.
Who?
They'll find people.
Who?
Ask not what your producer can do for you, because it's nothing.
Wow, you just came up on that, I think. Let's go to Cody in Indiana. Cody!
Give me liberty or give me surgery.
A diet which will live in infamy. Steve from Bayshore.
Give me liberty or give me cum. Even if you give me liberty, I'd like some cum. I'll take cum or both, but not just liberty. Liberty is nice, but not without cum, it's not.
Let them eat cock. Steve from Bayshore. Let them eat cock.
We got Steve on the phone with something. Steve.
Holy shit.
Yes. A cock in the hand is worth two in the bush.
No, those are just sayings.
No, we're going with the big
historical
political
quotes.
Yeah, political quotes, my friend.
I shall not seek, nor shall I accept another term as your producer. Steve. God damn, Steve from Bayshore.
Let's go to Steve on the line. A lot of Steve's checking in. Steve from the moon. Yes, Steve from the moon.
One small step for man. I'm tired.
One small step for man, one giant cock in my behind.
Let's say hi to Steve calling in. Steve C. Yes, sir.
One is by land, and the number 2 value meal.
All right.
I kind of like that one.
Yeah. As Travis screens the calls, let's say hi to Pete in Jersey. Actually, it's not Travis. I know. Make that mistake
Hey, what's
every
going
time.
on?
Sorry, Travis.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, Pete?
Jimmy mentioned something before about smoking cigarettes, and he said that you should, the insurance company should charge you more money, and my insurance does. I pay like an extra $1,000 a year for smoking cigarettes. So
I actually just meant, I'm sorry, but I meant the packs only, not the insurance company. But yeah, I know the insurance company does have higher premiums. You're right.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, work in November. I had to fill that out. All right, that's it. Thanks, guys.
But why would you admit you're a smoker?
I think if they catch you lying, the insurance doesn't have to cover you at all.
Let's say, look, fuck, I happen to have a cigarette this weekend. I would not admit
They'll
that
get
I'm a
it.
I think you
smoker.
have to, yeah.
They'll get you, man.
Oh, they will.
Let's say hi to Steve. Steve.
4-7 cocks ago.
We got Steve C on the line. Steve C.
4 courses and 7 side dishes ago.
We got Todd. Todd, what's up?
The bukkake starts in 5 minutes.
Let's say hi to Dennis. Dennis?
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this closet wall.
Mr. Gorbachev, give me your balls.
A lot of Steve C's checking in. Steve C.
Give me liberty or give me Mondays off.
That's great.
We got Steve C checking in. Steve? Steve?
Yes.
You're on the...
Yes.
Yes. I know Eric Nagel, sir, and you're no Eric Nagel.
All right. What do you want? That's a good quote, but I can't think of anything for it.
Which one?
A house divided against itself cannot stand.
A stomach divided against itself will not stay small.
All right.
A man divided against his own sexuality cannot stand, however he can kneel and grab his toes.
Steve C checking in. Steve.
Oh.
Steve.
Jeff?
No, everyone is Steve fucking C for this bit.
Go, yes, Steve.
How hard is this?
Shit, I'm so sorry. I forgot my name. I'm so excited.
It's all right, guys.
All right, yeah, it's Steve C.
Don't fire until you see the whites of your eyes and your cock is down my throat.
Jesus. Come on.
There you go. Let's go to Steve C. Steve C.
Beef cheeseburger.
That's pretty good. You guys want to talk to Steve C today?
Yes.
Is he on?
Yeah, let's say hi to Steve C. Steve.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hey, you won't have Steve Carlisi to push around anymore.
To err is human, to be incompetent is divine.
Oh, here's a good one. Steve C, check it in. Steve C.
Hello.
Hi, Steve.
Yes, I did not have sex with that woman.
I could not. Shit. Can't find enough good quotes.
Oh, well, Steve C's checking in. He's got one.
Okay.
Hi, Steve C. What's up?
Hello, Steve. Yes.
I have a dream of a cock that tastes like a cheeseburger.
See, he had a dream, but...
let's go to Steve C. Steve C.
Hello?
Hello, Steve
Yes,
C.
Steve.
I want to properly spell potato.
Okay.
C-O-C-K.
No,
That's not even a quote. It's a misstep.
The wheels
by-
are falling off. Steve C., help us out here.
And that's how you executively produce a glory hole.
I'm not going to hire American boys to do what Asian boys should be doing.
We might have to expand the bit with Steve C. on line one. Steve C.
Yes, is this me? Am I on the radio?
Yes, Steve C.
Down goes French fries. Down goes French fries.
No, how about down goes me? Down goes me.
Oh, shit. Well.
You want to see what Andy Rooney was up to?
Yes.
And good old Andy Rooney was talking about outdated electronics.
Yes.
On 60 Minutes last night. This fucking bore. Still at it.
I'm upset with myself tonight because a lot of the things I bought several years ago that plug in or run on batteries are obsolete now, and I can't get myself to throw...
Let's say hi to Steve C. Steve C.
The only thing we have to fear is vagina.
Thought I might bring the bit back. All right, Andy Rooney.
I'm upset with myself tonight because a lot of the things I bought several years ago that plug in or run on batteries are obsolete now, and I can't get myself to throw them away. Just for example, in the past 10 years, I bet I've bought at least 8 electric razors. Of the 8, I only use one now. The others don't work, but I can't bring myself to throw them away.
I don't mind this one, to be honest with you. Yeah, so far.
Oh, really?
I relate to. I honestly don't.
What?
I don't mind this one yet.
You can't throw old fucking electric razors away?
Now, electronics, it is a pain. I do kind of save on some
What are you going to
level.
do with the rest of the electric razors?
I make hats out of them.
You know what?
I taped them together. It's a heavy hat.
I got a fucking electric razor, a new one, some kind of Norelco thing for Christmas. I threw my old one away. It was easy.
Does that work as well as a regular razor?
Well, the best razor right now is with the fucking battery. That fucking little throwaway.
With the blade with the battery?
Holy shit.
Do you use shaving cream or no?
Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of times I dry shave, which is stupid.
Why?
Just because I'm in a hurry.
How fast?
I don't know.
It takes 10 seconds to go get the
I don't
word.
no. Well, I don't let it grow in too long, and then I just dry shave real fast.
I hate doing that. My skin's baby soft smooth, though.
Oh, good for you.
That's my nickname.
I like the cream, not the shaving part.
What is it called, though? Where
It's an
you
easy rub.
you put a little AAA in the handle of the fucking blade, and then it's disposables on top.
Oh.
And what does that do? Shakes the blade around a little bit?
Just enough to make it easier to fucking, shave away. It's a great invention. You don't need any fancy razors anymore, these things. So you don't mind the Andy Rooney electronics bit?
So far, no.
To throw them away. About 40 years ago, I bought a 16-millimeter camera called a Filmo. I took pictures of the family and even got a couple of pictures on television with it. It's been in the back of a closet ever since. Still perfectly
Yes.
good.
I've
seen it here.
Right.
Yes, I'm taking pictures.
It bangs into my ankles.
Oh, is he getting dressed today?
I'm always black and bluing my ankles on projectors in the closet while I'm trying on undergarments.
Let's go to Steve C. Steve C.
Yes. I will suck a cock in space before this decade is out.
That's a card.
The card. Let's go to
One small step for a man, one deep footprint.
With that, let's say hi to Steve C. Steve C.
Today, I consider myself the laziest man on the
a fucking good one.
Oh, right on. Let's say hi
God
to...
damn.
Let's say hi to Steve C. Steve C.
Yes. We have nothing to eat. Buffet itself.
But what itself?
Buffet. Chicken buffet. Chinese.
All right,
That's a good one.
Yeah, we get it.
Steve C., what's up?
Hello.
Hi,
Yes.
Steve.
Yes. Hey, Steve C. Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Steve C.
Hey, read my lips and put some cum on them.
Back to Andy Rooney.
Still perfectly good, but not many people take pictures with film now. I'll never use that camera again, but I'll never throw it away either. Where do you throw a camera anyway? In everyone's house, there's stuff that will never be used again. I happen to know there's a Singer sewing machine, 2 Hoover vacuum cleaners, a Mixmaster, an electric typewriter, 2 slide projectors, and a black and white television.
Oh, does he just go on and
But there's
on?
millions of people watching this shit. It's not a podcast. That's
Get
good
it.
shit for a podcast. Let's say hi to Steve C. Steve C.
Hey, this is Steve C. from the Old North Church.
Yes.
And what do you got, Steve C?
I just wanted to report that the British are coming. The British are coming, and it's delicious.
Let's say hi to Steve C. Steve C.
Yes. Ask not what you can do for your radio show, but what your radio show can pay you for your own videos.
I shall return on Tuesday.
Let's say hi to Steve C. Steve C.
Gentlemen,
Yes.
yes, today is a day that will live on inside of me.
We have Chip on the line. Chip.
No, it's Steve C. Hey, I may not agree with what you say, but you give me a whole bunch of cupcakes or something, I'd really pass.
Wow, Chip. How did you do that?
I think they hung up on me.
Shit.
Let's say hi to Steve C. on line 1. Steve C.
Yes. If you can't stand the heat, stay in the closet.
No, it's regardless of conditions, stay in the kitchen.
Let's all right, let's go back to Andy Rooney. He can't throw shit away.
Vacuum cleaners, a Mixmaster, an electric typewriter, 2 slide projectors, and a black and white television set in the basement of our house that ought to go to the dump. But they don't go because I think they're too good for the dump. Even dumps are obsolete now, of course. Now they're called recycle centers. I have 4 computers here in my office. 3 of them are useless, and 1 is broken. They were invented about 20 minutes ago, but they're obsolete already. There they sit, taking up space. They'll be there tomorrow and a year from tomorrow. I'll never use one of them again, but I'll never throw one of them out either. I'm thinking of starting the new year by doing something I've never done before, cleaning out my office.
Committing
here and
suicide.
at home. I'll just move all the stuff I have in the closets down into the basement with the rest of the junk I put down there. The basement may be full, but my closets will be empty and ready for the new junk.
Jesus, this Andy Rooney's getting close to an About Schmidt moment.
One if by land, two if bisexual. Janine. That was a good one.
Bisexual.
That's very good.
The British are coming in. It's delicious.
And it's delicious.
Oh, is he catching a fucking...
Oh, gets pummeled.
He's catching some fucking right hooks today.
Let's say hi to Steve C. Steve C.
I'm ready for my cum shot, Mr. DeVille. Now,
Let's go to Steve C. on line 7. Steve
Hi,
C.
Steve C.
Mr. Gorbachev, come down my throat.
Jesus, someone knows
That was just blatant.
Yeah.
Let's go to Steve C. Steve C. Steve C. How are you, sir?
Yes, read my lips. I'm a faggot.
Let's go to Steve C. Steve C.
Yes, a house divided against itself can be glued back together with a little cub.
Steve C. Steve C. How are
Hello?
you?
Yes.
Hi, Steve.
Ich bin ein homosexual.
Let's go to Steve C. on line 4. Steve, what do you got?
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
It's just fucking wrong.
Let's go to Steve C. Steve.
One giant step for man and two large oven mitts for my canine.
Oven mitts. Oh, shit.
Let's say hi to Steve C. Steve?
Yes, yes. I am not now, nor have I ever been a person who could turn down a cock.
Just silly fun. All right. Mm-hmm. We didn't do much with the Andy Rooney thing. He's going to have that About Schmidt moment, though, Ant. It's almost time. Why they're going to fucking throw all this shit in a dumpster?
All the stuff he doesn't want to throw away, they'll do it for him.
Oh, they certainly will.
The seat with him in it?
They certainly will.
He'll be in his desk will be in the Smithsonian, though.
His?
Yeah, Andy Rooney's, yes.
Why?
He's just been there for so long. He's such a...
So?
I mean, that's what it takes to make it in, I think.
You like Andy Rooney?
I have mixed feelings about him. He's really annoying sometimes, but there is something about him I like. I can't just say the guy sucks. He doesn't. He's gotten a little annoying in his old age, but I enjoyed him growing up. I can't, deny it.
Can't beat him up?
Nah, I mean, I can, but on this one, it's like I actually agree with it. But it's like sometimes it's just, it's such nonsense.
All right, want to take a break or pretty much just now redoing the same lines, no?
I don't know.
Are they stealing my line?
No, I don't think so.
Quit stealing my jokes. Steal my lines. I may not agree with what you say, but, I ain't dying for nobody.
Yeah, you could just spend all day trying to find new quotes.
That's sort of what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Oh, did we play one of the dumbest Wheel of Fortune answers ever? I don't think we did. It's a nice quickie.
Dummy. What a dummy.
Let me check this out real fast.
All right, we have a $3,000 toss-up coming up. Thing is the category. Players are ready. Band is ready, and here we go. Lolita.
Oh, self-potato? Sorry.
No. Michael?
Self-portrait.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Self-potato. No. Well, things coming. But I just want to confirm. You did say self-potato? Okay.
Self-potato.
Self-potato. Look, the letters come
It's
up.
definitely self.
And it's self-portrait.
It says, self and then P-O.
And she hit it and said self-potato.
There's a space before where the T would be.
And there's a T at the end
of the word.
T at the end. It's much too long for potato.
Self-pot-hat.
Self-potato.
What a choking idiot.
That needs to be a phrase. Like if someone doesn't come up with a meaning for self-potato.
Self-potato. Yes. Self-fellatio.
That's what those giant fat people are who never get out of bed. They're beyond a couch potato. They're a self-potato. They're just dirty and they have things growing off them. He's a self-potato. That means you're rotting under one side. Fucking bed sore pig. Have another bed sore, fatty.
Self-potato. All right. Hey, did we do we could go to break. Did we do the top 10 things I've learned from the last 20 years of TV? We had the big Simpsons special on last night, and Letterman had Homer on to do a top 10 list on things he's learned about TV in the last 20 years.
Some people have accused me of being a producer. Well, I'll tell you now, I'm not a producer.
Oh, wait, I got one. Wait, hold on. To consider myself...
Chip is so fucking annoying.
Let's do this. Top 10 things I've learned from the last 20 years of TV. Homer Simpson as we go to break.
Top 10 things I've learned from being on 20 years of television. Here we go. Homer Simpson, the great Homer Simpson. Number 10. Take it away, Homer.
Better to be bald than have a hairpiece like Letterman.
That's right. Number 9.
Do not buy sushi from the Home Shopping Network.
Number 8.
Thanks to iTunes, now you can get free TV shows for just 99 cents.
Number 7.
Widescreen televisions were invented to accommodate Keith Olbermann's enormous head.
Number 6.
Sadly, Cougar Town is not a show about people getting attacked by giant cats.
Number 5.
Sitting close to the TV is a cheap alternative to a tanning salon.
Number 4.
No one on earth is funnier than Howie Mandel.
Thank you, Homer. Thank you very much. Number 3.
There is no good way to tell your spouse you want to go on wife swap.
Yeah, I guess not. Number 2.
Ever notice all morning weathermen are as fat as a dump truck?
And the number 1 thing I've learned from the last 20 years of television...
Television is not a vast wasteland. It's a cesspool.
Okay, Homer Simpson, ladies and gentlemen.
Club Soda Kenny very annoyed this morning. We're bringing back one of Kenny's bits where he sings the pop hits for everybody. I believe he's done Lady Gaga. What's the new one that she does there? The
Bad Romance.
Oh yeah, Bad Romance. And
I like the New York
Empire State of Mind.
Yeah, Empire State of Mind. I think I have that on my iPhone now.
Yeah, we can replay that for everybody.
You doing that?
But he does Bad Romance, and the guy's Kenny sang the whole song, and the guys are only going to use about a minute of it for this bit. And Kenny's very upset that they're not doing the whole 4 minutes.
Whole song.
They edited your artistic vision.
Yeah, my work cannot be compromised.
No one
Really?
can sit through you singing for 4 minutes, though. We got to get right to the hook with you.
Well, the Titanic was a 3-hour movie.
What does that mean?
Yeah, but it was probably like 10 hours until the editor got to it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, that's not the
There's
final
an editor.
product. They had to edit it down.
I don't know.
And then
I don't know.
It gets to this
good
point.
one.
Today we had you sing that song by Fireflies, Owl City, or Owl City by, I don't know.
That is the worst song.
Don't like that one?
I never even heard of it till somebody brought it to my attention.
Probably the hottest pop song in America right now, or right up there. You've heard this fucking song. Travis, you got a little piece of that for everybody? This thing? So Kenny's singing this today, too, for a bit they're working on. And Troy and everyone very upset at Kenny. Here's a little taste.
What faggot shit is this?
Exactly.
This is where music's
This
going.
is so faggy.
Unfortunately.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep.
I like it.
'Cause they fill the open air and leave teardrops
Auto-tune.
everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I'd like to make myself believe.
When is this gonna be done? Like this whole musical fucking
Auto-tune
sound?
thing? I think
When is this gonna be? You listen back and go, oh yeah, remember this shit?
No, it's here to stay. They're gonna,
No, it's not.
They're gonna adjust how they use it, but no, it's not gonna be.
I don't just mean the fucking auto tune. I mean this sound. This whole faggot.
Bring back the guitars. What happened to the guitars?
A foxtrot above my
All right,
head. A sock hop beneath my bed.
This is a sock hop beneath my bed.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Are we too old to understand? Is that what's happening?
Don't worry, I
a
changed some
crusty
words.
sock beneath my bed.
You changed the words?
I changed some words, yeah.
And I hear your producer, Troy Kwan, is not happy with you.
Yeah, he's very annoyed about
Uh-oh, dissension in the ranks? You guys were working together like fucking, it was amazing, and now you start getting egos involved.
This one, he doesn't have the same vision as me.
Sam, what's going on with this whole Firefly song?
That song stinks, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Steve C's favorite is 10 million open flies.
Troy doesn't like the song as it is, and then Kenny went in the booth, and then he started getting pissed off that he had to do it, and then I told him we got to get a rush copy now, and he started getting pissed off that he couldn't produce it, and then he was pissed off at Kenny because Kenny started changing lyrics, and
think
Troy
the,
had a different vision.
The partnership is over, I think. Wow.
Troy is unfortunately starting to realize that planning things in advance on the Opie and Anthony show can only lead to disappointment.
Of
you
course.
cannot plan in advance. It's a fly by the seat of your pants operation.
Everything leads to disappointment. Not planning in advance, spontaneity, everything. It's just disappointing.
Well, here's Kenny's attempt at singing the song we just played for you.
It's very rough.
Very rough. I know.
It's not produced yet.
I know. You guys are going to go back and produce it
Dry
even
tracks.
more.
Dry tracks.
There you go.
It's not a bad song.
Got it.
You would not believe your eyes.
All right.
Hey, at least Kenny's giving it a try.
He really is. Trying to nail it, aren't you?
He was instructed to give the softer side of Kenny.
Yes. Not that yelling Kenny that we hear on
Jesus,
so many
Kenny.
other songs.
Yeah.
I am a singing sensation.
We just don't know it yet.
Are they going to auto-tune you?
Oh, yeah.
There'll be some effects added.
Yeah, this is the dry track.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I jerked off. 'Cause they fill the open air and leave my sperm everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake while I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. Jerking off.
Kenny also has a lot of trouble staying in time with songs.
Oh, really? We didn't notice that.
And this
didn't notice that one at all.
This is what's got Troy really pissed.
Yeah.
He asked Kenny when we were recording several times to do it again, and Kenny insisted that his name was One Take Kenny for a reason, and he had done it right, but the track was too fast.
Can't you do it again?
No, he's One Take Kenny.
You're not.
You can't duplicate perfection.
Wow.
But your timing is all off.
Well, he's an editor. Let him edit.
But there's.
But it's got to go along.
You just can't go along with the music, can you?
I never even heard the fucking song. I don't know how it goes.
You want to listen to it a few times and then try it again?
No, I asked if he wanted to run through it real quick just so I could tell him where the lyrics go.
Yeah.
And he said, no, we'll do it in there. As in the recording studio.
Sid, he's a prima donna now.
We sent him the song via email, and he responded, when was this a hit?
So you have to take that track and try to make it into something.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Troy is not happy.
When are we going to hear his Lady Gaga?
Well, I mean, we could give it a sample of the Lady Gaga. I was just thinking we'd get some production around it.
All right, we'll wait.
Yeah.
By tomorrow, hopefully?
Oh, yeah. We just need to get a little production.
Well,
around
Lance said he
it.
likes the Jay-Z. We can play that.
What song?
The
Empire State of
Empire
Mind.
State of Mind.
Yeah,
is-
Kenny did a great version of that.
I heard that over a break, and wow.
All right, we'll
Kenny's good.
Yeah, I'm the new Sinatra.
What's her big song, Lady Gaga?
Right now, Bad Romance. She's also done Poker Face, and
she's just a hit machine.
I like her, man. I hate to
Paparazzi.
say that.
She's a hit
I
machine.
told you.
like her?
Yeah.
She's all right.
We're
as
gonna
far as
meet
pop
her.
music goes. We're not going to meet her.
Yeah, we're going to meet her Saturday night at the
No,
Regatta.
we're not. She's going to be down there when Jimmy's down doing his shows, but I don't think we're going to actually meet her.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? You're going to make that happen?
Yeah,
Show
whether
the
she
sexy
knows it or
picture.
not, we'll meet her.
Oh, that's good. Here's
That's
Kenny.
her, but as a dark-haired.
Yeah.
Who? Stephanie Germanotti?
That her name?
Yeah.
Are you a big Lady Gaga fan?
Let's see your panties.
Gaga, Gaga, Gaga.
Spoil it, Kenny.
Oh, really? He's giving away the punchline already?
No, he's starting to sing the song live.
What's wrong
God,
with
I
her,
gotta
though?
see that clit.
She's
You
not.
I
really
have
wanna
to.
see
She's
the big,
fucking sexy,
giant
man.
clit?
Yes.
She's not sexy.
Dude, you're nuts. She is a sexy girl, and she's a big clit. She rules. Fucking Lady Gaga rules. She's original. She's a fucking weird hairdo and a fucking clit.
Let's see. Look, what's going on in the pants there?
Exactly. How do you not want to fucking date her?
There's something.
Wow, there's something.
You know, her giant clit. I want to put my face against her clit and then go back and forth like I'm having my little nose boxed by a small fist. A dugga, 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 dugga.
All right, we're going to meet Lady Gaga. Kenny's going to be singing Lady
Oh,
Gaga
zoom in.
tomorrow.
Zoom in.
And, yeah, there's something.
That's some pussy meat right there. by the
Oh,
way.
I love her.
That's a lot of pussy meat.
God, that turns me on.
There's something going on.
Mr. Gorbachev, put your dick through the wall. I just read that.
All right, let's see. All right, yeah, what's going on there? That's too low, really. For
it's
well,
droopy.
No,
It's a
it's
meaty pussy,
She's
man.
got a droopy pussy.
There's
God
something going
damn,
on
she
there.
rules.
She's got like a
it's big on one side, though, Jimmy. That should be a little bit of a red flag, no?
All mushed in there. Oh, that's fucking fantastic.
oh no.
She'd pull her panties. It would just fucking fall out. It'd be like if someone picked up your suitcase upside down and it wasn't zippered. Fucking pussy, a sock falls out. Couple of fucking things of deodorant. God, is that fucking fantastic. There's no one I want to go down on more than her.
Wow, what's going on there?
About big pussy, that's what's going on
No,
there.
but it keeps poking to one side.
Exactly, it's all over the place. How would you tuck in a fucking giant gift?
Looks like there
carefully, I submit.
might be a little peenie in there.
No.
Looks like there's a peenie in there.
No, it's all puss. She's the fucking greatest. I want Lady Gaga to do a show and then just sit on my face. They're fucking
real sweaty after the show.
It would, you know, it would come out. It would look like a fucking like a shellless snail. It would just fall out. It would look like someone put a giant snail in a suitcase and then just opened it. Clumsily falls out.
She'd come back into the dressing room all sweaty, and you'd be all waiting for it. And she'd go, "Oh, do you mind, Jimmy? I just have to make pee-pee, and I'll be right back." And then she goes and comes back smelling. Her pussy smelling of like sweat and piss.
It'd be all caught in the flaps and the manifolds. It'd be completely in there. Completely.
And you just stick your nose in there and go,
dude, I would fucking love her on my face.
Yeah?
She's so sexy.
Would you lick her asshole after a show?
Lick her asshole after a shit.
After a show. What's wrong with you, Ed? Of course he would.
I just like hearing the answers. I know what they're going to be. That's great.
All right, so you guys are working on it. Is it called Owl City?
Owl City is
the name of the band.
Fireflies is the name of the song.
And we'll have the complete bit tomorrow.
As long as Troy can get his act together and stop sulking.
How the fuck? Well, let's get Troy in here. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Good call.
Little problem that. In the meantime, we can play Kenny doing Jay-Z, New York State of Mind.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Turn the beat up. Troy Quan into his, my main man, Prime Time. Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to De Niro. I'll be hood forever. I'm the new Sinatra, and since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere. I used to cop in Harlem, all my Dominicos. Hey, yo, right there on Broadway. Brought me back to that McDonald's. Took it to my stash spot, 560 State Street. Catch me in the kitchen like Simmons whipping pastry. Cruising down A Street, off-white Lexus. Driving so slow, but BK, it's from Texas. Now I'm out at Bed-Stuy, home of the boy Biggie. Say what's up to Tata, sipping my ties. Still courtside, Knicks and Knicks, give me high fives. Two that are most definitely from New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. No, you're in New York. These lights will make you feel brand new. These lights will inspire you. Let's hear it for New York, New York, New York.
I make you hot, nigga.
Catch me at the X with OG at a Yankee game. Shit, I made the Yankee hat more famous than a Yankee can. You should know I bleed blue, but I ain't no crypto. But I got a gang of niggas walking with my click, though. Welcome to the melting pot, corners where we sell rocks. African body shit, home of the hip hop. Yellow cab, gypsy cab, dollar back, holla back. For foreigners that ain't fitted act like they forgot how to act. 8 million stories out there and they're naked. City, it's a pity half of y'all won't make it. Me, I gotta plug a special and I got it made. It's Jeezy playing LeBron, I'm playing Dwayne Wade. 3 Dice Carlo, 3 Card Marley, Labor Day in New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. The lights will inspire you. Let's hear it for New York, New York, New York. Yes.
Oh shit!
I like that. Big ups to all my peeps.
You know it's coming when he finally goes to New York.
Favorite part is where that New York kicks in, man.
All right, we got Troy Quan, the producer for Club Soda Kenny. You're very upset I'm hearing today.
Well, we got off on a bad foot this morning because we came in with Bad Romance, and Sam wanted to cut it down to a minute. We had 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So Kenny was upset about that, and then we said we had to go record this, and he didn't know the song, and he was complaining about it, and then he was improvising in there, and I'm like, can we have another take at it, because his timing is weird. I have to go in and literally chop up every single line, every word.
Yeah, just
I'm
to
just make this a little bit easier on me.
Yeah, and he refuses?
He absolutely refuses.
Kenny, why are you refusing?
I'm one take Kenny. I've always been one
One
take
take
Kenny.
Kenny. Forgot.
Troy,
I nail it.
he's
one
one
time.
take Kenny.
I know. So that's what we have to work with. So we'll have something free tomorrow.
All right, but he changed the words.
I
That
do, that's
bothers you
fine.
too?
That's fine. No, that's fine.
He had a vision.
No, it's not fine. I can
Troy
tell.
had a vision. He wanted to
No.
put on the effects. He wanted it to be like Sweet Kenny,
Yeah.
and then Troy would put on the effects so it would be ironic funny. But then Kenny got in there and started singing about jerking off and coming,
Yeah,
and it completely
yeah.
ruined Troy's vision.
Kenny, do you think maybe you could do another take?
And just do the
Just
song.
yeah, just how it is.
See that
how it was meant to be
you don't-
sung.
You don't need to add in cheap jokes.
Gutter laughs.
You can just do the song, and it's good.
Before you answer, look at Troy. He's not happy.
Well, plus I have to please the person that requested this dumb song.
Who did?
He knows who he is.
Sam?
No. One of the upper management, very important people around here, specially requested that I sing that song.
Really?
Well, that makes
Yeah.
it good.
So I send this out to you, Buttercup.
So you think you could do another take? Or?
Yes, I will. I will.
Really?
What?
right.
Wow, that's
Very
crazy.
diplomatic.
Yes.
Well, look who's two take Kenny.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
No, when O&A, you guys didn't get to be successful where you are today by not knowing talent. So I have to take your advice.
We did.
Yeah. So if you want me to do another take, I will do another
Look, Troy
take.
Kwan's now smiling.
Happy
I'm
guy.
doing it for you. I'm not doing it for him.
But he's your producer. You guys should get along.
Yeah, but he does what I tell him to. I'm the artist.
All right.
You are the talent.
Yeah. Who works for who?
Kenny. All right, we'll have those songs tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Troy. What else you working on down the hall, Sam? Anything?
Oh, I was watching that True Life. I'm a fanboy.
Is it good?
Yeah, one guy's a Power Rangers fanboy.
Oh, God.
He was just searching for a girlfriend who shared his Power Rangers interests.
Good luck with that one.
Does he have enough pocket money for his...
Except they
his
all
love?
have horrific stories of how they became fanboys. Like this one kid, he's a Power Rangers fanboy because he walked in on his mom who had just committed suicide. And so then from that point on, he was raised on Power Rangers TV. So he's just got all this horrid stuff being masked by buying Power Rangers
Is he one of those
toys.
kids that has his whole room just covered with Power Ranger shit?
All over. He's got his Power Rangers swords, and he was building a set because he was going to do a Power Rangers internet show.
She probably would have lived if he had just called 911 instead of yelling at his stupid Power Ranger dolls.
Right.
Could you power her wrist shut?
Speaking of fanboys, we got the great William Shatner tomorrow on our show. He knows a thing or two about fanboys, doesn't
Bill,
he?
hello, Bill.
Good old Bill Shatner will be in studio tomorrow.
I hate
got
that. I
that
missed that.
new dramatic talk show that he did.
Oh,
He
yeah.
sits like on the guy's lap. I've
Yeah.
never seen two people sitting closer.
The seats are like in an S shape almost, because he wanted to face the guest. He didn't want to be like kind of next to the guest, so they kind of faced the guest.
Right.
And his interviews are very in depth.
I thought
People
that-
open up to Shatner.
I thought that show would be like 4 shows and done. He's still doing the talk show, huh?
Oh, they like I said, they
You love
open,
him.
they open up to old Bill Shatner.
Good for Bill.
No, they asked me to do that?
Do it.
No, they didn't ask me. I'm lying.
I'd do it in a second. But no one would care.
Who is that he's talking to?
John Voight.
John Voight.
Anthony, while Sam is here, big
Yeah.
announcement. We had another wrestler die of old age.
What?
Yep.
No way.
Another old-time wrestler has passed. Who was it this time over the weekend?
Ludwig Borga.
What?
Ludwig Borga.
How old was
fuck
he?
is
70,
that?
80 years old?
He was 47.
Oh shit! Who is Ludwig?
He didn't have an extremely long career, but he was brought in as the
Or life.
He was brought in as the anti-American from Finland, who was feuding with Lex Luger, the Patriot, and he also ended the undefeated streak of the Native American Tatanka.
Tatanka.
Yes,
This is his claim to fame.
yes.
And
He never was able to beat Lex Luger though.
And another-
America won.
Where is Lex Luger now?
Lex Luger is, he had a terrible stroke. So,
but he's a young guy, Sam.
He's still doing autograph signings.
Right.
But he can't really grip a pen. He does it with the 2 fingers. And he kind of gives you, like, if you get a picture with him, he's very thin. He was known for being extremely muscular.
Well, yes.
Now he's very thin, and he gives you a shaky thumbs up.
How
old is he?
What is happening to these guys that
he's
they're
in
not
his
making it to
40s.
old age?
Oh my God!
Healthy.
How could you love a sport or an entertainment means whatever that just kills its people like
That's
this?
Lex Luger. Well, I'd say wrestling, I think, maybe attracts damaged people. I don't think
Oh, you
wrestling
think?
itself is what does this.
You mean the fans, right?
No, not the fans, the wrestlers.
I was assuming you meant to you.
Same way actors are dying
That's
young.
how Lex Luger looks now?
That was like a couple months ago, yeah.
Actors are dying young.
Brittany Murphy was 32. That's,
Oh, she's dying of the new thing.
The pills?
There's that new fad where you take a bunch of pills,
drink
legal pills, and drink, and then you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wrestlers have been on that fad of taking far too many pills for years now. They've been ahead of the trend.
Yeah, but they don't die right away, like while they're taking the pills.
No, they don't. They guys.
Yes, it's a slow, painful, miserable.
In their 40s.
In their 40s.
In their 40s again.
Wow.
And another thing, Dr. Drew's back with his celebrity rehab. Holy shit, Anthony.
Who's in
Are
it
you
this
watching?
time?
It's so good.
And he has a stethoscope. I can't
He
watch.
does. He always has a stethoscope around his
Anyone
neck.
else notice he has a stethoscope?
I did.
We're not sure you're a doctor.
So
Oh,
he's
you
a
are a
doctor.
doctor. I see.
Got a
Stethoscope.
It's either that or a hat with a DR on it.
Right. And there's a lot of arguing going out there. Is he exploiting these people? Is he helping America? What is he doing with this show?
Both.
Who is it? Who's he
You
helping?
think both?
Sure, why can't you do both? If you are exploiting people, but you are also showing it the way it is, fair enough.
Heidi Fleiss is one of the rehabbers, and we learned that she's living in Death Valley. Do you know where
Yeah.
Death Valley is? Somewhere in Nevada, obviously. Have you ever been to Death Valley?
No.
It's where The Undertaker comes from.
Oh, sure he does. What a coincidence.
That's why he's an Undertaker.
Heidi Fleiss admits she takes pills and does drugs because of boredom. She lives in Death Valley with a bunch of exotic birds. That's it. Her and exotic birds.
Looks like a bird.
She's nuts. And Tom Sizemore later on this season shows up at the rehab.
Oh.
And they don't get along at all.
He's fucked up.
And then Dennis Rodman.
Well, he called her a fucking rattle. What did he call her?
I forgot. That's a couple of years ago now.
Rattling bag of bones.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah, they've gone at it. But this celebrity.
clack. Bitch.
Who else is on Celebrity Rehab? Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman is there, but it's
And they
court
asked him,
appointed.
they asked him, why are you here? Because the court told me to. He said he doesn't. He's not even going to bother with this horse shit.
Really?
He went to
that
the
Dr.
meeting.
Drew's going to spew out at him.
On the first day, he went to the meeting and let everybody know that intellectually he was a level above everyone, so he could
Everybody
not
else in the
succumb
room.
Oh,
to
okay.
addiction.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Good for him.
There's what's his name from Alice in Chains, the bassist or whatever.
Oh, that's the bassist from
Yeah,
Alice in Chains?
the first
'Cause I
one.
didn't get to see the whole show, but I saw him in the background.
He's very angry.
Why is he angry?
I don't know. He gets really angry when he goes through the withdrawals,
Really?
and he starts like in the next or the episode this week, he's going to start like attacking cameramen and stuff.
Well, Dr. Drew, he gets all these people into the rehab center before they go through their withdrawal. So,
right.
Episode 2 is the withdrawal show, which is the best show of the season.
So you got him fucked
breaking
up.
lamps and just fucking up everything. Oh, yeah.
And withdrawals. Okay.
They got some guy who was on the Real World who they kicked off the show because they said he was a drunk, but he came on rehab and he goes, "No, MTV was lying. I was coked out of my mind."
Yeah, he was on coke the whole time.
And they just
Really?
didn't mention it.
That was Real World LA or Hollywood or
Hollywood.
whatever it was called. Yeah, I remember seeing that guy. They kicked him
Wow.
off the show to go into rehab, I
Yeah.
remember. And then he came back at the end of the season, and he looked like he was okay. And he said, he said on the plane, well,
He started using it on the plane ride home.
yeah, on the plane ride home, he was back using. So, Celebrity
That's
Rehab
good.
is definitely worth checking out.
Obviously it works.
It's the best season so
Well, the problem is everyone looks at Dr. Drew like he's such a nice guy and all this, and he knows how to play the game better than anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows.
Everybody's tired of that sad face he makes when people say sad stories. When people say they got molested and he gives them the frowny face.
What's the sad face?
When he just goes like, And he puts his lips down and goes,
What do you think, Jimmy? Celebrity rehab.
I don't, it's not my thing, but I have been against it. It's like, there's so much room for reality television now because there's so many channels.
I don't
what
care.
what are you going to do? So it's just one of the many things it's one of the more interesting ideas. And the sexual rehab, at least they're doing real people and not this fucking phony repossession stuff.
Right.
Or phony assisted reality where they have a bad bed of music and, should we get the groceries or should we order them online?
Like the Kardashians.
I've never seen it.
The Kardashians is
watching last
enraging.
night.
It's fucking enraging. You don't even know why they're famous.
Exactly.
Because they're
I
hot
don't get
pieces
that
of
at all.
asses.
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
Well, the wife had herbal male enhancement pills. And so she wanted to give some to Bruce Jenner, her
Who's
husband.
an Olympic champion, by
Yes.
the way.
And so
This
she
thing works fine.
She slipped them in his coffee, but the son drank the coffee by mistake and had to go to the doctor because he didn't know why he had an erection for so long.
Cool. That's not assisted either. That's actually
Yeah.
the way it is.
It is. That's what happened.
That really happened.
Yes.
I bet
Yep.
that really happened.
Yeah, that's just like the Osbournes when the Osbournes just said, "Turn the fucking cameras on. We'll give you some shit."
Camera lets him
Load of shit.
mother poisoned the son with cock pills.
Yes.
And then what happened? The kid came back and he didn't know it was her, so he's fucking her because he thought she was just two pillows. Stupid.
Mackenzie Phillips is also on Celebrity Rehab.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's when she was on there. Before she went public is when they filmed it.
Oh, really?
Because
didn't
in the
know that.
beginning of the episode she told Dr. Drew not to say anything about the fact that her dad was banging her.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
She looks horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
She's been clean
bad.
for 8 months or something. She was bragging.
And then there's the country music star who said
Mindy
Mindy Cohn from the Facts of Life.
The max of
The Max of Life, yes.
No, it's the broad that Clemens allegedly was having an affair with.
Yeah, she said she
Right?
was on because she was addicted to a relationship.
Right.
But then it says coming up next time, and she's going into seizures on the floor. So
Yeah, the coming attraction was this poor girl on the floor having a seizure.
yeah, so I guess
No, but we're
relationship
helping, but we're
withdrawals.
helping people. No, we're not. This is freak show TV. They have
good,
to just
though.
throw that little label that they're helping, and then we get to see it.
Yeah.
And Nye's favorite show is 16 and Pregnant or Pregnant.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
Well, now
The
it's
teen-
Teen
now
Mom.
it's Teen
Teen Mom, but
Yeah.
it used to be
16 and
And
pregnant.
my
16 and pregnant.
my favorite girl on that whole show is the one that gave the baby away and won't fucking leave the fucking adopted parents alone now. Now they're like saddled with this fucking idiot.
And they show the couple, like the two kids, just looking at pictures online of the baby they gave
Yeah.
away, like it's theirs.
Yeah, they gave away the baby, but they want a relationship with the baby. And then the parents that adopted them are kind of like, because the kids look like they're 10. They look like they're 10 years
well,
old.
they're 16 and pregnant.
Yeah.
I like the two fat, the fat
The fat couple is
Fat
my
couple is
favorite.
great.
The girl beats up the guy and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And the dad has like a Joe Dirt mullet with a
Yep.
handlebar mustache.
Did you see when he? Did you see when the
ridiculous.
fat guy brought the fucking the bag of McDonald's to the hotel room and set up a candle on the table for a romantic
Well, they were having
meal?
a romantic meal. They were trying to get back
Christ.
together.
Surprised they haven't eaten the baby. Pigs.
They just curse at each other and sit around.
Oh, just miserable.
Oh, it's great. I could see where that show might help.
Then there's the
Why
other
would you
girl
want to fucking get pregnant at 16?
who's just spending her whole time leaving the baby at home with her mom and trying to find a new
And
boyfriend.
partying, yeah. Going over houses with Puerto Ricans and black guys trying to find Mr. Right.
She's probably trying to find Mr. Right now.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
16 and pregnant. All right. And finally, as far as TV goes, you heard about this Lost thing, right?
What? The show? Yeah.
It's pretty popular.
Obama is supposed to be doing a little State of the Union same night as the premiere of the final season of Lost.
This is the last straw.
And if this-
I mean, come on now.
If this doesn't show what the country's all about,
Yeah.
because there's a major problem with this.
Why?
Huh?
I have a problem with it.
What?
Put the fucking State of the Union off.
Of course, but that's it. Just shows you how America thinks. We'd rather watch Lost than what our president has to say.
I've been waiting for Lost for fucking a year. I don't give a shit. What's he gonna do? Healthcare? Shut up.
He'll make a joke about how he's probably not on an island. He'll do some Lost joke.
Yeah, Lost joke.
Well, I'm not.
Great.
I think we got a solution to the issue here.
Since there's no constitutional requirement that the president go to Capitol Hill and deliver a State of the Union address in the third week of January, the first week of February, are there any legislative issue considerations guiding when he wants to do it this year? No. And secondarily, is he aware of the internet storm over those who are begging him not to schedule the State of the Union address on the night of the 3-hour premiere?
I will say this. I'll say this on behalf of ABC Radio. I don't foresee a scenario in which the millions of people that hope to finally get some conclusion in Lost are preempted by the president.
There you go.
Oh, well.
They took care of that.
Which means he will preempt it because he's lied about everything else.
Yeah.
So.
3-hour premiere?
Yeah.
Jesus. Can't wait.
I can't. When is it?
Great.
February.
I'm busy that night.
Oh.
Is it February or late January? When
I think first February 2nd.
2nd,
I
yeah.
was going to say, all right.
What night of the week is that?
That's
Tuesday.
Is it a Tuesday or a Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Big premiere party over my house. Can watch it in the big theater.
I haven't seen any episodes of Lost.
I'm out.
Travis, you're in. Yeah.
Yes, I'm definitely in.
I'm in too.
in.
Can I come?
Jimmy Norton. Of course.
I've never seen Lost.
Dude.
Never mind.
It really is good.
I've never seen Lost.
If you
Neither
just
have I.
watch,
Not
just
one
watch
episode.
the last season, you'll be all caught up.
No, I'm just going to.
Yeah, right. Be more lost than ever.
Oh, Chip. I'm going to strangle Chip.
Why? Chip's a hit and everybody knows it.
Chip's a hit.
Everybody adores Chip.
Oh, no one likes him at all.
All right, let's take a break.
Chip's growing on Ope.
Not
You
at
don't
all.
want to like Chip. You hunger for Chip.
I yearn for him. I yearn for you.
I opened up to Uncle Paul. Chip could be a rough one. That could be a rough one.
Lyle Chipperson, don't take it laying down.
And Jeter's going to wed.
Can only get him in trouble. That's when all the shit comes out. He's been a good guy. He's been Mr. fucking squeaky clean. He'll get married, and then what'll happen? Tiger Woods.
Yeah. Then we'll see if he walks to first.
Why? Why would? Like, what is that even? Oh my God! I hate you. Chip adds nothing.
It's funny.
No. Can someone bludgeon Chip? Bludgeon. Chip needs a bludgeoning.
Yeah, you and what army?
Oh, you told him. It's a good one. Who the hell was that?
That's Charlie. He entered for us for like a full summer, and now he's back.
He looks like a much taller person, and a safe has fallen on his head.
Yeah, I mean, he did a solid, probably 6 months, and now he's back. I guess you guys don't.
Is the 42-year-old?
He's not. You mean? No, he's not here today.
John.
What's his name?
John Waters.
He looks like John Waters.
Yeah, that's a D-boy observation. Is that our new 42-year-old intern is the spitting image of John.
And then who's the other kid that looks like Edward Scissorhands?
Oh, that's the good-looking one. One who wears the very tight jeans.
Well, if he looks like Edward Scissorhands, then he would have Johnny Depp.
He kind of looks like Jared Leto from 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah, okay.
He was made to feel very uncomfortable his first day because he came to do breakfast orders, and Kenny and I were sitting in the office, and he goes, "Do you guys want anything for breakfast?" I said, "No, thank you." And Kenny said, "What do you do when you're not here? Model Calvin Klein underwear?" He just didn't know how to respond.
Poor kid. But what about the 42-year-old, right?
Yes. He was very upset because we messed with him.
But why was he upset?
I don't know. I guess
didn't he know the gig?
I told him. I was like, "You're going to get messed with worse than anyone. You're
and
40.
we haven't even fucked with him yet.
No. But we were calling him Robert Goulet because his name is Rob, and he has a mustache.
Robert Goulet.
Yeah, he didn't like it.
And he knows who Robert Goulet is.
Yeah. He kept getting sent over to Troy's desk, even though Troy hadn't asked him to come there.
They kept sending him all day long. To
So he kept
Troy's
going
desk.
and saying, "Hey, Troy, did you need anything?" And Troy would say, "No."
And what's he do? Does he go to school?
Well, he was a Connecticut School of Broadcasting guy.
All right. I heard commercials back for them. What are they back?
Really? They figured it out?
They got a
up
couple
and
of
running?
campuses, yeah.
Yeah? Are
We got
gonna
a
be
new
getting,
intern today.
Oh, we got a new one today?
His name's Love Buzz.
Why Love
I
Buzz?
can't imagine his real name is Love Buzz.
Well, his email had Love Buzz in it. So I said that should be his name then, obviously. I don't remember what his real name is.
Obviously, you usually dole out the nicknames.
But Love Buzz makes internet videos of people.
What?
Well, when he was interviewing to be an intern,
Yeah.
his resume said internet video project. And so as
you
I was
have
talking
to quiz him about that.
I asked him what the project was, and he said it's like a candid camera type of video thing. And I said, what is it? It's on his resume, so it has to be something, character building. And he said he goes up to people in his town that he knows, and he puts the camera in their face, and then he asks them insulting questions, and then he puts it on the internet. He said, for instance, there was a girl in my school who, rumor has it, she gave a guy a hand job at a school assembly. So I found her, and I went up to her with the video camera and asked, hey, did you give this guy a hand job during the assembly? And she said yes. So I put the video on the internet.
Ask him,
Where is he?
Stinks. There, I think.
ask him.
That stinks.
I don't know. I kind of like that. I
And
like
then-
the gumption.
He said he went up.
Let's check out his best video. What would he say is his best video? We'll check it out right
Here
now.
he comes.
Cold. Love Buzz, what's
right.
up? What up, Love
on,
Buzz?
guys?
So what's your deal? You stick cameras in people's faces and...
Yeah, it's like not the greatest videos in the world, but I get some enjoyment out of pissing people off.
Adam
that's pretty much
Ferrara,
it.
everyone. It's a young Adam.
Like,
What's your favorite video that you've made? We'll check it out.
My best one? Well, it's not the best one because the quality's all shit. Not gonna lie. I took it with this camera, but my ex-girlfriend, she had a problem with my new girlfriend.
Well,
I guess
that
she may have
usually
had
happens.
jealousy issues. I don't know. So, long story short, I met up with her and her friends, and I called them a cunt for 9 minutes.
And it's on video?
Yeah, it's on video.
Will you just call her a cunt?
Yeah, they just sit there. They don't do anything. So I just kept on going.
And what'd you do with the video?
Oh, it's on the internet.
Well, let's find it. We
Yeah,
gotta see this.
Where can we get that?
It's on YouTube. It has like 200 views. No one freaking looked at it.
Well, it'll have more.
it'll have
Yeah.
a few more today.
It's the A-Hole Project. It's just all one word.
The A-Hole Project.
The
Right.
A-Hole Project.
All one word.
All right.
Yeah.
See, Danny.
I even made up a.
mean?
It's shit. Now, what do you want me to say?
The A-Hole Project.
All right, let's see.
All right.
This is your channel right here, right?
There it goes.
All right,
All right.
which one is it?
Get stitches.
Yes, isn't it fucking great? It's cunt comes in 3.
All right, we'll go to.
Oh, there it is.
All right, let's
See?
All right.
Oh, great. This is gonna be a fucking douche.
It's part 2.
It is 9 minutes.
Look,
It
you
is
see
9
them?
minutes.
You see them? They must think I'm such a fucking douchebag right now.
What are we gonna say? Why is he barefoot? I'm gonna say,
Oh, God.
Now you're walking up to a vehicle,
Yes.
Hey, look, they're young.
and they're in the vehicle.
Yes.
And who is this? Your girlfriend?
My ex-girlfriend and her friends.
Your
I
ex-girlfriend
see them.
and her friends.
See them?
Yes. They enjoyed spamming my Facebook with
Why'd you guys get
comments,
out
so
of the
I
car?
decided to do
Which
it in
one's your
person.
ex-girlfriend?
She's in the
I
back
can't.
seat. She looks like a hawk.
I can't. I don't want
She
to.
looks like a what?
She looks like a hawk.
A hawk?
It's a,
Yes.
E-Rock?
So I was going to
I
say,
am.
that chick in the passenger
don't you
seat's
get
kind
I'm
of hot.
instigating at you guys, so I get
She's
some
a fucking
material?
retard.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get you guys
Hot
made
and
on
retarded
purpose.
is even better.
Oh shit, you're laughing. They're funny. Okay. So I'll introduce everybody. That's Porch Monkey. That's
yeah.
Face, and that's Dyke. Or Rosie
By
O'Donnell,
porch monkey, I
Ellen
meant by the
DeGeneres, whichever
Clerks 2
one.
definition.
Alright, you guys want to
Well,
meet me
of
here,
course,
do
'cause
something
she's white.
interesting.
You naturally.
I did. Okay.
Wait.
I called you a porch monkey. Have a little rebuttal. I'm being mean. I don't know, be mean.
What, Joe? You want her to hit her with, like, your bananas or something? Like,
My bananas?
Do you want me,
What does that
you
mean?
want her to go to your house and grab the bananas without throwing it at
What do you
her?
mean? That
Like a
doesn't make
fucking
sense.
porch monkey? Nick,
Oh, I get it.
All right, Nick, quick asshole.
Nick, that's all you. That's your only joke.
To say, because
You're a rat face.
All right.
You like bananas? Yeah, they're good.
This has nothing to do with the weed or alcohol conversation. That has to do with you told us to meet.
I did.
All right, so what do you have to say?
Cunt? I'm calling you a cunt. You guys aren't having anything interesting to say. Say something! Because your friend challenged me. He's like, I don't give a fuck if you call the cops. And I did.
Now,
Oh my god.
Oh my
there's a
god!
story to that one.
Alright, we get it.
See, they were really drunk and decided to
You
have some
can't, 'cause you're
joyrides.
stupid.
And bothered me and my current girlfriend again. So they meet up with us in a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of Puerto Rican guys, all her friends and me.
What is constantly startling you?
I'm on the air. It's my first day here, and I'm an intern. I don't even know if I fucking belong here.
you.
Go ahead.
But
Are you
yeah,
saying he's a bit nervous, Jimmy?
Yeah.
I'm a fucking nervous Nelly.
Yeah, I've seen fucking Vietnamese vets on the 4th of July more comfortable. Vietnam vets. Vietnamese vets. They're also known as chefs, Vietnamese vets. I meant to say Vietnam vets.
First of all, take your hands out of your pockets.
Yeah.
All right, and put them in front of you.
Right
Put them on the table.
Yes. Hands are all
leave 'em on the
sweaty.
table.
Oh, they're all sweaty.
Yeah.
Rapist hands.
There you go. Clam.
Wow. You guys have so much to say on the internet. I called you a cunt. Wait, let's get this straight. I called you a cunt, a porch monkey, a dyke, Rosie O'Donnell, and Ellen DeGeneres, and you have all this shit to say on the internet. I'm insulting you, calling mean and stupid. Stuff like that. And you guys, what are you guys coming at me with? You guys gonna comment, leave 1,000 comments later? Alright, cunt.
I'd bag that rat face girl that you call rat face.
She's legal now.
Yeah?
That he wouldn't.
Yeah, fuck it. What's that?
My shaking hands.
What's wrong with your hands?
You are really nervous.
Well, you see, when you listen to a show for years and you intern for them on your first day.
I'm Joe.
Yeah, this is what happens.
Is that her new
Nice to
boyfriend?
meet you.
Oh, no, that's just someone who decided to
You know
walk in the
these punks?
video. As you
They're
can tell,
being
this
mean on the
wasn't
internet, so
properly
I'm calling them
planned.
cunts and they have nothing to say. You guys are cunts, I guess. Yeah.
Why are they just sitting there, by the way?
I don't know.
Why don't they drive away?
They could have, but they didn't. They just took the abuse.
This goes on for 8 minutes.
8, 9. Wow, it's not even half over.
5 minutes.
It's another 5 minutes of this.
You oughta, you know.
All right.
Could have edited, I think.
I don't know how.
You just cut things out.
True.
I don't
You know,
how.
if you put it up on YouTube,
If you don't know how, then
Yeah.
in your head you got to go. All right, I could only use. 2
what else
minutes
have
of
you
this.
done? What's a quick one?
Yeah.
What's a quick video?
I have a
That's-
friend that has a breakdown on video. That was pretty fun.
Okay.
I guess.
Well, is it fast?
It's a minute.
It's fast.
Actually, it's under that.
It's my friend Martin when they were shooting Apocalypse Now, and I filmed it.
Where is it?
Okay.
This is AJ LeBate's Asshole Project debut. He's going to talk about the type of person he is. Go, AJ.
The type of person I am. Really can't put it into one word besides the word douchebag. I'm just the biggest asshole. I come off as an asshole. I think I'm like the worst person I think you could actually ever kind of try to meet. I wreck people. I make fun of people. I tell them straight to their face that they're a dirty, low-down slut.
A baby
I
is
throw
black
shit at people.
reference.
I curse out bosses. I've been fired from every job I've worked at. Soon to be the third.
Half over.
Where did you meet this maniac?
Wow.
I knew him all my life.
This guy's nuts.
Forever.
He's insane.
Wait, what are we seeing?
Yeah, actually not.
What are we seeing here? This is him breaking down?
Yeah, I guess so.
People living on the face of the earth right now. That's really about it.
And that got awkward really quick, and that's AJ LeBate
Did it?
on his The Asshole Project debut.
Call me, ladies.
Yeah.
His dick's ready and a little green.
So these are the videos you do.
Yes.
I can't decide the voice. Bobcat walking Bobo.
Someone's saying a bad Fozzie impression.
That's good.
That's good. You like that?
Yeah,
From the Muppets. Michael, what do you got, Michael?
Yeah, he sounds like a retarded Kermit the Frog. It's like when they changed Fred Flintstone's voice. It's like Kermit, the new Kermit.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
new Kermit.
Yeah, and he got that Fozzie thing going on too. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something going on with his voice.
Are you enjoying the videos, sir? The audio of the videos?
AJ put it best. The jokes write themselves, and there's no better joke than North Babylon.
It's a fun town.
That guy's crazy.
I know where
friendly.
North Babylon is. Yeah.
Did you guys notice the happy smiley at the end of the paragraph? That fucking set the mood there.
Sure did.
Oh my God.
You fucking hang out on Deer Park Avenue? Fucking driving cars up and down?
Nah, I don't do that. Me and my friends, we kind of hang out in front of his house and, yeah. We do stuff.
Yeah. We do stuff.
You know, it's kind of, not going to say it's legal stuff.
Someone
but
just
yeah.
said, yeah, drinking out of cups. That's it. That's the guy.
Not me. No way. Not once. Not never. I better have fist. I better have Federlisk. Pattersk, little kid in the background fucking going crazy.
So what kind of stuff do you do with your friends?
Barsk.
What do you do with your friends?
You know,
on the porch?
normal old teenage Long Island stuff.
Yeah?
Like what?
Well, I don't really do it anymore. There was some pot smoking.
Well, yeah.
That's some
Didn't
illegal
inhale.
activity.
Yeah, man. North
Chairs of
Babylon.
those.
The fucking king of the piff, yo.
North Babylon.
Get it? Because, no.
He's falling apart.
Wow. Well, your videos are a little
shitty
inside, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, they don't, like you and your friends, I could see probably, you know, laughing your balls off
We have
at
a
'em.
ball.
But like, to put them up on YouTube for anyone else to watch, it's kind of like, I don't give a shit. You know, that's what I'm just saying. It's like, you know, that's probably
That's what they would say, not what you would
That's
say.
what they were saying. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
not you.
Not me. No.
Never. Why would you do that? I mean,
What are you trying to?
I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to do.
Are you trying to
first
converse?
time on air. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Look at his hands in his pocket again. He's so nervous
I
right
love
now.
it. That's why we're just letting them sweat. We love making you guys sweat.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like Love Buzz could be the next guy to try out for the virus spot.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
Really? You would do the virus
I
for
bet.
us? Should we have the virus come in here and
Numbers.
show you what it's all about?
I think the virus.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Fucking virus.
Yeah, I see that happening.
Yeah, I want to hear the virus in here. Show you how it's done.
One punchline.
Love Buzz stinks. Nothing is worse than a nervous faggot. This is just some of the comments coming in.
What do you like? What do you like? What do you,
Lighthouses.
What do you like, Love Buzz?
What do I like?
Seahorses.
Yeah, what do you like? Music,
Fucking
movies, video
seahorses.
games. What do you like?
Not to sound fucking cliche because I'm on this show, but me and my friends just smoked a bunch of pot and listened to the replay at night.
There's a stalker Patty in her voice, in his voice a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
True. Here comes the virus,
clocks.
everybody. Do we have the virus's music? Hey, here comes the virus.
Show you how it's done.
Everybody.
Now it's
Here
done,
he is.
Love Buzz.
I gotta
The
see.
virus.
Hi, virus. How are you today?
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
What's going on, virus?
Not a whole hell of a lot.
I hate
You
the
got a
virus
few
voice.
punchlines for us today? There's a lot going on out there.
Oh.
One punchline. Looking for one punchline, maybe about
What's
the
the
Leno
subject?
thing,
Right.
or
Some subjects.
yeah. What's some of those subjects that are happening today?
Let's see what's happening. Yeah, Harry Reid apologized for calling Obama light-skinned Negro dialect.
There you go.
Bill Paxton wants to make a 3D sequel to Twister.
Ooh, there you got to have
haven't hit
something on that.
yet.
What do you got on that, virus?
Go.
A 3D twister, and go. Here comes the punchline.
Yep. Punchline coming.
.3D twister.
You're in radio. Let's go. We got Harry Reid, 3D twister. Somehow tied together. You're on.
What about the man breaching security at Newark Airport?
That's right,
We
Asian
caught
guy.
him.
Big
Asian.
story, big
Want to say goodbye to his girlfriend. Walk
Crawled
her
under
to
the
gate.
rope.
And go. One punchline is all we're looking for. I say we have a competition. If Love Buzz has one before the virus, I say Love Buzz, give us your punchline on anything.
I could be the virus's rival, the infection.
That's a punchline. That's very
Sure
good.
is. Virus, what do you got?
What do you got, Virus?
Fire back at him.
He's calling you
Well, it's not
fat and
calling
lazy.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
Oh, he's not? I'm sorry.
Shit.
Virus?
Anything.
You got
Come on,
anything for
soft
the
potato.
infection?
Go.
Infection, if you got more on the virus, then you go for it.
The virus ain't got shit.
That's your infection voice?
Oh, that's the infection voice.
Virus? The infection's been on the air for a total of 5 minutes. You've been on our show for over 5 years.
He's running circles around you.
Yeah,
This is the only way to circumnavigate you.
And here comes the virus with one lousy punchline.
Oh. If you want to do maybe a Steve C quote like we were doing earlier, join in the fun and hijinks of that.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll take anything today. Here goes the virus.
Yep. Virus jokes coming.
Virus is up at the mic.
Pull the cars over,
Here
folks.
comes the punchline in 3, 2, 1, and
joke time.
Anytime the infection wants to step in and throw in a line, whatever you want to do, feel free.
What do
I'm
you got?
just waiting for the virus to say something.
I hate that fucking voice.
You're gonna keep on hearing it.
Oh, he told you.
Yeah, all right.
But you need a joke with that voice.
I've been pwned.
Set up punchline and go. Virus? Can you at least acknowledge we're talking to you?
I hear you.
A Steve C one. Come on.
Steve C line. That killed today.
Steve C. line. Think of an interesting quote from history and incorporate Steve into it somehow. Let her rip.
Anytime.
All right.
Millions listening.
Here we go.
Here's the virus.
He took the gum out of his mouth. That's a good sign. That means here comes the punchline.
No, it doesn't.
One fucking punchline.
Come on. Stop looking down. Look at all of us.
What's the matter with you?
Come on, Vire.
One punchline on anything.
Yeah.
The infection
Yeah.
has something.
All right.
Oh.
What do you got, infection?
Yes, I'm Steve C. Get it? Because I incorporated Steve C into get it?
Hey, what?
Virus.
I get it.
You're losing badly.
But I don't get what you just did. You just said I'm Steve C.
Virus? You gonna let the infection get the best of you? I know it's not much, but he is getting the best of you.
That is true.
Here comes the punchline.
And he's
for the
blinking
virus.
like the old man in Clockwork Orange when he was in the wheelchair.
More than happy to pass the torch to him.
I'll be happy to take it.
This is horrible.
Come on, Virus. One punchline. You can do it. I know you can.
One punchline.
One punchline. Finally.
I got something.
Oh, good.
Oh, wow,
good. What
the
do you got?
infection's just going crazy.
I'm Steve C. And I like boys and cheeseburgers.
Holy mother of God.
Oh my God.
Virus?
Come on, Virus.
This makes me yearn for Chip Chipperson.
No.
Yeah, right. You start yearning for somebody else.
Okay, maybe you're right.
All right. Steve C. line.
Here it comes from the virus. And go.
Mr. Gorbachev, take out your balls.
You know what? Get the fuck out of here.
That's enough. But how many times was that one done? And
Exactly.
There's the door. I'm sure he's yelling at himself now and punching things.
Does that mean the infection wins?
No.
Okay.
Why are you talking like Michael Jackson?
I know. It's like a girly voice. It's very uncomfortable.
That's the
to listen
infection's
to.
voice. I don't think the infection should have to change how he talks.
You listen to Mr. Norton.
Okay. Why don't you get the fuck out of here?
This guy's voice is any higher. Be on top of a building or something.
Well, see you guys later.
All right, we got to meet Love Buzz. That's
Love Buzz.
See, we're still picking the greatest people for
Cream of the
internships.
He was an automatic pass-through. Oh, my God, look at Ginger. Oh, no.
Yeah, Tina Louise is melting on TV in front of our eyes. Too much conditioner in her hair.
The Crypt Keeper and Marianne.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yuck.
Wow, she looks like something in a Beyond the Door.
She really is fucking. Well, how old is she? 70s?
Yes.
Yeah, she probably has to be 70,
What are you
right?
going to do then?
All right, let's take a break and figure out what the fuck we're doing next. Opie and Anthony,
Oh,
stay
they
there.
have him fired.
He's insane.
Randy, you tuning son of a bitch. Sounds like a #1 hit.
Grows on you, though.
I reckon I like it.
Avatar is already the #2 movie of all time, Money Made.
Wow.
Would you like to guess which is the #1 movie of all time, Money Made?
Titanic.
That's right, Anthony. That was an easy one.
Fort Apache to Bronx.
I remember that one.
Avatar made another $48.5 million. Another 48.5. Third week out, right?
Why would they count the 5? 48 million and 5?
48.5 mil.
Oh.
That's a big 5 right there. That's
I
a
haven't
half.
heard from a lot of people that really like it.
Oh, come on.
Like, I've heard
For
people
real?
go, it looks good, it's cool, you know, I like the 3D, but the story, blah, blah. I mean, it's not like, oh my God, that was an amazing fucking movie.
Well, the story doesn't blow you away, but it's not a bad story. It's a basic
It's just
story.
that
Visually,
no
it's
one's
amazing.
telling me that it's an amazing movie, and it's fucking gigantic.
You got to go
3D.
see it, Ant.
Like that.
And then it'll answer all your questions for you.
I like what's in
Obviously, it's a fantastic movie because of the technology and it's used properly.
I want to go see it, actually, in IMAX.
And then the storyline is a basic storyline. Without the 3D, the movie would not do as well. Absolutely, you're
You
right.
know what annoys
and the
me?
other, hold on, really fast, Dan, and the reason why these numbers are so fucking high is because the theaters and all are paying. Wait, how is this? No, I guess you, the moviegoer, is paying for the 3D glasses, basically.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they've upped the ticket price to cover the cost of the glasses.
Well, then you should be able to take them home.
So they didn't factor that into this as much as they probably should have. They're making a lot of extra money because it's a 3D movie.
I don't know.
You know what cost me $39 for 2 tickets to see Avatar? $39.
I think they look
$18.50
too
each.
cartoony. The fucking blue people
37.
thingies look too cartoony. It's like, oh, this great technology. I understand the technology, but they don't look like real creatures.
No. They look cartoony because of the version you're seeing because they're just showing that on TV. You got to see that in 3D.
No,
it looks complete.
it's not.
No, the blue people, the Smurfs in the woods, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah,
they look totally different when you see them on just regular TV than you do under the 3D technology. Absolutely. Yeah, they look very kind of hack and fake when you just see them on regular TV. Absolutely.
Yeah, they look too cartoony.
Yeah. But then you throw the 3D shit in there, and then it kind of all makes sense and comes together.
Yeah.
Just go see it.
No, I don't go to the movies. Hate going to the movies. Yuck. What's that fucking Gulf War movie coming out tomorrow on video, Blu-ray?
Oh,
What's that called there, Danny?
Fuck. Hurt Locker?
The Hurt Locker.
Yeah,
There it is. That was good.
You saw that?
I did like it, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah. I thought it was about a place where they sell Hurts, like the Foot Locker sells shoes.
No, it's not that. Shut up, Chip. I want to see that though.
The Hurt Locker?
Looks like a good movie.
Did you see it?
No, I did not see that one.
About the guys who work on like IEDs and shit in Iraq. About guys that find the IED. It's a pretty cool movie.
Actually, I read a review that said, yeah, that's one that we should see. Another one coming out on DVD is The Moon or something. That's getting a buzz.
Saw that one.
Was it good?
Saw Moon.
The guy
with Sam Rockwell.
The guy thinks he's living on the moon or something, but he's not. He's crazy, or
he is.
He's actually living on the moon.
Yeah, I won't blow it.
Did you like the movie?
There's a twist to it and everything. I thought I was going to like it a lot more than I did. That's for sure.
What movie?
It's called The Moon.
It's called Moon.
It's a bit of a buzz on that one.
No,
The guy on the moon?
Oh, just called Moon?
Yeah. He's kind of put it there. It's one of those deals where you got to go up there for like a 3-year stint. But I guess you make a shitload of money and then you come back to Earth to run this. You're up there running this like thing where they take natural resources from the moon and ship them back to Earth.
In the theaters
so it's
now?
his job to do that. No, it's on
DVD.
Okay, it's on
coming
DVD.
out on DVD.
But yeah, I found a copy underneath a
sofa,
a rock somewhere.
It would suck.
I played it and it was great.
It would suck if it was about Warren.
Yes, it would.
Let's say hi to CJ.
Just about an ass hanging out a window. The whole
for
an hour and a
80
half
minutes, yeah.
of an ass.
Yes, I'm out the window.
CJ in Georgia. CJ.
Hey guys, I was just going to say real quick, the 3D glasses don't only make it 3D, they also increase the contrast of the movie, so it makes the brightness brighter and the darker is darker. It makes
bullshit.
It look a lot
Why can't I just adjust the contrast?
No, I'm having a tough time explaining that to Anthony. When I see the Avatar blue people on regular TV, it really looks out of place and cartoony. But then you put the glasses on, and it really does just all come together.
Yeah, I saw it for the second time over the weekend, and I just kind of spent some time experimenting, looking at the characters like with the glasses off and then on, and it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking out.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I got to roll. Got to go do something with the old newspaper, and then I got to go to Los Angeles.
You go ahead.
Jay Leno tomorrow. Jim Norton.
Yes, and I'm back. I'm on the red eye. I'm back Wednesday morning, and then I'm back for a while.
All right.
So, lucky you.
Say hi to Mr. Leno.
I will. I imagine he's in a good mood.
For us, I would imagine.
Yeah, he might have some info for everybody when you come back. Leno info.
Yeah, well, let's see.
All right, Jimmy. Have a safe flight.
Thank you.
Yes.
I hope so. I hate to be killed.
Oh,
Jesus.
Terrible.
Check out Jimmy and Leno tomorrow. What else? We're kind of wrapping up here.
Yeah.
We did the Blagojevich. We got Kelly and William Shatner tomorrow. We did all the football action.
Shatner.
We did.
I'm gonna have to ask him about how he feels about that new Star Trek movie.
You're gonna put him in a tough spot.
Why?
Because I'm sure he wasn't in it, right?
No, but Spock was. That Nimoy gets in every goddamn movie.
So if Spock was in it, you got to think they had a place for the great William Shatner, but probably he was insulted by the spot they had for him. That's my guess. We're going to ask him if he was offered a part. He's going to say yes. I'm sure it's on the internet. This answer already, but whatever. We'll find out.
I'm trying to think
tomorrow.
where he could not possibly fit in that movie.
At all.
No. Like Spock, it made sense because Vulcan, they live longer, So he was able to be an old guy that went back in time and met, Kirk then. But what are you going to do with a Kirk? What are you going to do, Kirk, the way he is
sure
now?
they would have been able to figure something out if he was... Maybe they have him as a hologram or something. I don't know.
That's just plain silly.
I know it is.
That's like, look at that. That's perfect. That's fucking Kirk and Spock now to me. I don't even need Shatner as fucking Kirk anymore.
That's
or
gonna piss
Nimoy
him
as
off.
Spock.
Because,
I'm going to tell him.
Because J.J. Abrams did such a great job at this.
Casting was fucking amazing.
This new franchise for this old concept that, wow, people are going to forget.
Bones was fucking great.
They're going to forget about the old guys immediately.
That's it. Goodbye. I don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
Fucking what? William who? Captain what?
Are you going to say that tomorrow?
Oh, I'm going to say it to him. when I see him, I'm going to be like...
He's going to hate you.
They recast it to the point where...
just say they recasted it perfectly. It made you forget about...
Now, obviously, the young Kirk did almost an homage in certain parts to Shatner's version of Kirk
Right.
in certain scenes, but you didn't need it.
Just tell him he's
he did such a great job.
Tell him he's like George Clooney's version of Batman. Pfft. Who remembers George
Please, not
Clooney's
even
version
that
of Batman?
important.
Right.
Not even.
Now you got
Now
Christian
it's
Bale's
just
version.
silly. Now it's even after watching the movies, the Star Trek movies that came years after the series, I was still able to pop in, the discs of the actual series and watch the old Star Trek with William Shatner, and there he is battling the Klingons and stuff.
You're trying to say that after seeing the new version of Star Trek, you have no reason to have any of the old movies,
Wiped
the
every
old TV
episode
shows.
off my Kaleidoscape and pretty much threw the CDs, the DVDs away.
You erased your brain of anything that was
Don't
Star
need
Trek
it.
before the new movie?
Why would I need to watch a giant engineering section of a ship with much too much wasted headroom and silly gadgetry?
Are you going to tell him all this tomorrow? Please do.
How come the bridge
Please do.
of the old Enterprise
was as big
looked
as a room?
old?
Looked like a room.
This was supposed to be before that, and it looked futuristic and great. And the new one, cardboard. I'm going to tell Shatner all this.
Please do.
Shatner's getting an earful from me.
Oh, wait, see? There was a scene. Hold on a minute. Danny in Cleveland. Danny?
Yeah, it's Andy. But anyway,
Okay.
The scene that was supposed to take place with Shatner was the scene at the end with Spock, as you guys so lovingly say, speaking over his dentures to the new Kirk.
Yes.
And he gives him something that was a gift between the two of them back in old Spock's day.
Yeah.
And there was supposed to be a voiceover from Shatner throughout the whole thing. And I don't think he actually appeared. I think it was just supposed to be a voiceover because they thought the appearance would be too much of a hacky, tearjerker kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the voice, it's a deleted scene on one of the editions of the DVD, and it's actually pretty good. It's a nice little thing that kind of ties the friendship together between him and Spock. So there you go.
And you know what? Shatner can't be in space anymore because that rug of his would just start floating around unless he glues it down pretty good.
Yeah, punch it out, guys.
All right.
Kirk.
What is this? The cameo would have taken place at the end of the film.
Oh, it had a brief hologram message from Kirk.
You laughed at my hologram idea, and I didn't read this shit.
There's a birthday
ahead of
greeting
time.
to Spock, and then a congratulations for Spock's ambassadorship, pinning down just which era Kirk this should be, and then it gets a bit maudlin. Oh, okay. See, I don't know. To me, William Shatner, what?
Well, he should be happy with that because he hated that people kept acknowledging, him for his work on Star Trek, right?
Please. And then at the one of the Comic-Con things that I went to, I hear he just shows up, sits down. All right, get in line, sign. He signs, pockets his cash, and they might as well. He can't beam out of there faster than he runs out of that fucking place. Oh my
Runs out
God!
of that place with dollar bills falling out of his
they're
pockets,
just flying out of his pockets.
He figures it's worth losing a few to get out of there fast.
He runs for his life when he goes to get out of there.
Yeah.
I'll fucking ask him all the tough questions because now he's got this show where he asks the tough questions.
So we should be able to ask
celebrities.
we should ask the tough questions back.
You're damn straight. Now I'm going to sit there and ask him questions.
He better be sharp tomorrow because Anthony's bringing it.
That's it. I know more about Shatner than Shatner.
Shatner himself.
Yes.
All right, so that's tomorrow. What else?
Can't wait.
Bob Kelly tomorrow.
Bobby's
coming in.
Oh, goody. Oliver Stone's got a documentary series. It's going to put mass murderers like Stalin and Hitler in context, he calls it.
What does that mean?
It means...
I know what context means, but I mean, what does it mean in this situation with Oliver Stone?
The way he puts it is, now over history, people like Stalin and Hitler have just been the ultimate world villains. I mean, it's very easy to go, well, here's another Hitler, or as evil as Hitler.
It's easy to look back and just think that they were just evil.
When the fact of the matter is they were people, and there was some kind of cause to make the effect of the evilness. So he's going to show how, as people, they turned out like they are, and put them in some kind of context to show that perhaps... even though they were the evilest people, perhaps it wasn't pure evil there. and that the effects of things like World War I had a huge impact on what happened and why things happened in World War II. So they're going to try to
it makes a little
humanize him a little bit.
It makes a little sense, doesn't it?
It makes sense when you read it, but a lot of people have that knee-jerk reaction of no, Hitler needs to be evil Hitler all the time and can never ever be looked at as a child growing up, someone that was traumatized by serving in World War I, by the Treaty of Versailles that pretty much just raped Germany and then caused 20 years or so later the effect that it did, having a young man very disillusioned, able to gather up a bunch of other people and, carried away. Why, yes.
Sure.
But it shows like the cause and then the effect instead of just the effect and the evilness. But a lot of people giving him shit about it.
Well, that's his job, to get people talking and getting people pissed off. When is this movie going to come out?
And he does.
Oh,
it's going to be a documentary on, I think it's Showtime or something like that.
Is he coming out soon? Has he started work on this? Where are we at?
Yeah, I think it's coming out early next year.
Oh shit!
I'm not sure of the date. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't have that info. I apologize. But I read his Oliver Stone's kind of explanation of it, because it's like he has to. He's making excuses for it. He says a lot of people won't like it because.
Are you a fan of his work?
Yeah, as more as entertainment than documentary. This is a documentary. This isn't a movie. But JFK, I thought it was great. I knew going into it that I wasn't watching a documentary.
Right.
I knew it was a lot of speculation and a lot of his take on a lot of this stuff. Platoon, fucking
Platoon
great.
was amazing.
So I'm a fan of his work, but as far as him and some of his ideology and things like that, 10-hour series this is going to be.
Wow.
A 10-hour series for Showtime.
When does it hit? We don't know when it hits?
Yeah.
It's probably in the early stages, I would imagine that.
Secret History of America. It's... the way recent U.S. history has been presented in schools and media. It's just going to do a whole thing, but it does include, like, Stalin, who, by the way, Stalin, evil guy, killed more people than Hitler did, but was a huge part of getting rid of Hitler and the Nazis. But, you look at Stalin and just think, well, here's a guy that killed a fuckload of his own people.
His resume is a little rough.
Ew, little
rough,
little dented here and there. But so I was looking forward to seeing that. I read that last night and thought
very
it'd be
cool.
pretty cool.
All right,
Yar.
Yeah, I think we could leave it right here for now.
Yeah, well, let's take up tomorrow. We got Shatner, Bob Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Stalin killed millions, but great hair. Yeah, what a head of hair that Stalin had, right? Big head of hair on that Joseph Stalin.
Was it hair plugs?
No, I think that was all natural. That was a revolutionary hairdo for him. Look at him. Brushed all back, all nice. Look at that head of hair on that guy. Big, thick mustache.
But maybe he was brushing it back to cover up a big
You think he's doing a comb over?
A comb back.
Oh.
Got to do a comb back, comb up.
Shame.
Comb forward.
No
all
pictures
meeting in the
from
middle.
back. What an insufferable prick. All the pictures of those old dictators, they just look evil.
You thought your father was a nightmare. Can you
Oh,
imagine
my
how-
God. More than pasta against the wall.
Holy
the head
shit.
of your fucking,
Right.
your top dog, your
Right.
right-hand man hitting the wall.
Fuck that.
There's a guy, though, that stayed in power for a while because he didn't trust people. And with good reason. Everybody trying to kill him and take over. Same thing with Hitler. How many times was they try to kill him?
Listen to this one. Jim in Allentown. Jim.
Yeah, my neighbor, she grew up in Germany, and she said that Hitler actually did a lot for the people. She said it was more than just Hitler that pushed him into doing some of the things that he was doing. She felt that he did so many great things for them, but she still believes the United States is better. But again, the same idea as what Oliver Stone's talking about. There's more to it than what we see. And she goes, our view and our history and our beliefs are totally wrong.
The way Europe, especially the French, treated Germany after World War I is a direct cause of what happened in World War II. It gave Germany the opportunity.
That's Hitler?
To yeah, that's a young
World War
War I Hitler.
Holy shit!
It gave Germany
When did he
the
chop down the
opportunity
mustache?
when he became the Führer. No, before that.
But he had a handlebar thing going on.
I know
I didn't
he
know
did.
that.
That was big. He was very fashionable. So he needed the fashionable mustache in World War I. It was easy to have a handlebar mustache. You could twist it up from the mud from the trenches. You would just twist up that handlebar.
Jesus, I didn't know that. I've never seen that picture before. Well, you know what? That sounds like something.
Look at him with the kids. He's always very good with the kids. Oh, my God.
Oh, Uncle Adolf.
There he is with one of the Goebbels children before they took a little long nap. All right. That's great. Okay, yep. Please, tomorrow.
Same time?
Tune in.
Same place?
Same time, same channel. Opie and Anthony show. Opie, take it away.
No.
All right.
Mars, could you do the big out
Mars
for
is
us?
good.
Please. Star the shampooing video that went nowhere.
Well, you gotta say
no,
something.
you don't just point.
You gotta say something.
No, take Jimmy's mic.
Wrap the show up and then point and that's it.
Give us like a big out.
Like a big out. Well, that was another fine production today, and we'll see you tomorrow for another fine production.
No. Why was it a fine production?
Fine production. Is that young Hitler? Oh, he's so tussleable.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, still. Well, great show, guys. See you tomorrow for another one.
No, make like you're part of the show. Like, hey, or you're an announcer or something. No one goes, great show, guys. You got to just kind of, end the show.
We had a lot of laughs today.
Well, tomorrow we'll have the great William Shatner on the show. Be prepared. And we'll have other funny stuff going on, just like today.
Why do they have to be prepared for William Shatner?
Because it's going to be humdinger.
And how do they prepare?
Holy shit. He didn't say it's going to be the day this show is a humdinger, I fucking leave.
You should hang out with Love Buzz, man. Mars and Love Buzz. Why do they have to prepare for William Shatner? How do you prepare?
They got to brace themselves for the funny.
Oh, my God.
How do they brace themselves?
Unlike right now. Do the opposite of what you're doing now, and that will be bracing yourself for funny.
How do you brace yourself for the funny?
You hold on to the chair.
What? What if there's no chair?
God.
You hold on to the steering wheel of the car that you're driving. Show white knuckles.
Then there would be a chair if you're driving a
Yeah,
car.
at that point, you're back in some kind of chair thing.
Holy shit, Mars.
What do you like about today's show? Oh, and I'm going to let you answer. Trust me, that's not a setup to... What do you like?
Mostly today I like Kenny's song.
What song was it?
Firefly, is it? Fireflies? I never heard of this.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
I was waiting for Bad Romance.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, wrap us up there, Mars.
Yeah,
It's all
take
you.
us out. Take us out.
All right, fellas. See you again. Same time. Same bat channel. What are you, 2, 3. What do you want me to do? See you guys tomorrow. Can I? May I?
No.
I'm not doing anything.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye. It didn't work. I did it with my finger. I did it with my finger.
He's trying to wave to Travis, and no one's shutting the show
It
off.
didn't work because Travis needs to know, like when we do it with Travis, Travis goes, oh, fuck, that's an out. Boom. That's why it's not working. Try it again and point and see if it works this time.
Well, you have help. Can someone else help me? Sam?
I have a throw problem.
There are times either me or Ant just do it by ourselves. Yeah. Big wrap up, and then Travis goes, oh, that's an out, and then boom, he hits.
Yeah.
Hits something.
You
Go
just
ahead.
know it's an out. You feel it.
Go.
Well, see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have Bobby and William Shatner. And again, O&A. See you tomorrow, guys.
Did it work?
Yeah,
No.
I think we're out. That was a good out.
Did that work?
Yeah, I think we're off the air.
Are we off the air?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you grabbing your knees like that?
Jesus Christ. All right, one more time. The big out.
The big out.
Are you gaining weight?
Oh, shit.
What are you, crazy, Sam?
What'd you
Sam is busted.
Sam, wow.
What did he say? I missed
Sam
it.
is just brutal.
Well, I have no problem telling you. Sam is implying that you may have packed on a few pounds over the holiday.
Oh, that's a bunch of bogus. I lost weight.
That's a bunch of bogus.
It's a large portion of bogus that you're selling there, Samuel.
It is.
And Sam, why would you say that to Mars?
Yeah.
I just saw he was leaning over in the chair, and there might have been. It looked like the gut might have been larger.
Wow.
Mars takes his working out very seriously.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend.
He's trained in the arts of martial something.
I didn't even know that. I'm sorry.
Danny's getting pissed off. We got to go.
Danny, are you getting pissed off that we have to go?
I'm getting pissed off that we have to go because I like seeing Mars try to out the show.
Yeah. Just out the show. Let's go.
I did.
No.
No?
You want Kenny to show you?
Yes.
Kenny.
Come
Kenny
on.
will do this.
Kenny's a pro.
That's right. Kenny will show you how it's done.
This is how you end the show.
Terrible.
Kenny, you fucking blew it.
No, I didn't blow it. I don't make mistakes.
Oh. So how do you do it?
All right, one more time.
Yeah, here we go.
But you're one take Kenny.
Yeah, well, this is for the slow people.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
This is how you end the show.